Yeah, I'm out here trying to get it. Hey, each and every day. I don't care about nothing in my way. Yeah, I'm out here trying to get it. Hey, each and every day. I'll make it no matter what they say. Yeah, I'm out here trying to get it. Hey, each and every day. Time for me to set the record straight. Yeah, I'm out here trying to get it. Hey, each and every day. I promise you can't keep up with my pace. Yeah, I'm out here trying to get it. Tunnel vision, won't nothing push me astray. Till I finish, I'm relentless. Sweat is dripping down my face. So persistent, you won't prevent this. No, this grit is here to stay. I won't quit this, don't forget this. Those who quit will never gain. My reputation will precede me when I step into the place. When the competition sees me, they won't have nothing to say. Gonna put the fear of God in them when they hear I'm fighting against them. Wish they live and say bye to the victims when they see I'm here to play. Buy another record book, cause they gon' need another page. Filling every slot, they gotta promise nothing will be blank. Every record A to Z, and you'll see nothing but my name. And every day the haters see that I'm the best to play the game. I'm telling you I won't budge, but they gon' run and step away. I just hit a home run, but they still stuck on second base. Yeah, you won't get no love, cause now you trying to ride this wave. But when I set to sell the sea, you jump ship and got left. I'm out here trying to get it. Hey, each and every day. I don't care about nothing in my way. Yeah, I'm out here trying to get it. Hey, each and every day. I'll make it no matter what they say. Yeah, I'm out here trying to get it. Hey, each and every day. Time for me to set the record straight. Yeah, I'm out here trying to get it. Hey, each and every day. I promise you can't keep up with my pace. Yeah, I'm out here trying to hit it like the swagger that I got is so unprecedented. I've been staying at the top a lot and I upset them with it. Grab a ladder, still you cannot fathom where I'm represented. Everything you do, I did it better. You ain't impressive with it. All those times that they would rest, I was out there on my toes, dragging competition behind me. My driver's in control. Funny when they say I'm falling off, I'm still higher than most. Only ones above me are loved ones that have turned into goals. Switch the flow, competition quits quick as I throw. Pictures I post, pictures they wish fans would flip with their phones, but they skip them and don't. Not cause they miss when they show it, or we're stiffing and froze because they don't even know. I'm my biggest critic, I'll admit it. I got more to do. I won't stop till all this guap I got turned from green into blue. Yeah, you say that I'm pretentious, pretending to be that dude, but I pretend that I'm the best until pretending. Yeah, I'm out here trying to get it. Hey, each and every day. I don't care about nothing in my way. Yeah, I'm out here trying to get it. Hey, each and every day. I'll make it no matter what they say. Yeah, I'm out here trying to get it. Hey, each and every day. Time for me to set the record straight. Yeah, I'm out here trying to get it. Hey, each and every day. I promise you can't keep up with my pace. Yeah, I'm out here trying to get it.
What up, Gridiron Gang? How you doing? Steve Smith Sr. here, a.k.a. Agent 89. Or should have been Agent 89, a.k.a. Steve Smith Sr. I don't know. Anyway, so I hear there's a new memorabilia pieces and season starting to get out. So Gridiron Greats, the pandemic is going on, but yet y'all still are producing product. I like it. I like it very much, but here's the thing. If you got an Agent 89 stuff, you got to wait about another year and a half for me to sign it. Because if it ain't got that special 3-letter word on it, I'm just an average dude. And that means I would have to ice up. Don't want to ice up. I'm getting too old. I need to Bengay up. Hey, Gridiron Gang, I love it. You guys have a great afternoon.
Fucking guy. What a nut. What a nut Steve Smith is. What's up, ladies and gents? Welcome to Fantasy Friday. We're going to do a little different this time. We got, actually, I shouldn't say a little different. Hey, listen up. Look, it's coming back. It's coming back. I'm working on it. But we got my guy, Furms and Hud. What's up, Furms? How you doing, brother? Well, you mad?
Definitely did that off the cuff. That was not rehearsed. That was
Yeah, no, that was
I appreciate it Steve Smith Sr., you're a legend, but for Christ's sakes, next time, write the shit down first.
Zero preparation.
No,
Yep.
dude,
All right.
all day, stay ready.
We got another guy that's going to be joining us. Everybody knows this dude, my guy Gary. What's up, brother?
Oh, just hoping to win some Millabilia.
Millabilia. Millabilia. My favorite shit. Bro. Like, how do you I don't know, man. Like, how do you record that and send it? Go, yeah, that's what they want. Yep.
I mean, because you're Agent 89.
And I couldn't get over the fact that as that video's playing, you just see your big ass arms going like this behind.
I was like, it almost looks like Steve Smith's got some arms over there. I couldn't resist
It's
it.
like that episode of SpongeBob with the inflatable arms and shit.
This is my strong hand.
Yep. All righty.
Oh,
Well,
man.
Obviously, this is designed for us to talk fantasy.
Indeed.
So last week, we talked all kinds of fantasy, and we got even more shit to talk about this week. When we're done with fantasy, we got some jerseys to fill. I got a 2-box here that's up with a few spots left. But at any rate, let's dive into the fantasy chat, man. So I was looking at a couple of things, and one of the things that I figured we could do is kind of touch on the main positions in fantasy. Quarterback, wide receiver, running back. I mean, those are your big points positions. And then there's also, your tight ends, which is not could be a big point position. Depends on the tight end. But let's just
Nobody knows, right?
Nobody knows. Nobody knows.
Am I in? Ray, you're in, bro. You're in. In there like swimwear. At any rate, so let's start talking quarterbacks. Because obviously, that's the biggest position. Well, probably not. But it's the one that gets a lot of attention. So, yeah, bye-bye beard. So, what site that I pull up is CBS. They're one of my favorites to talk about fantasy. That's where I get a lot of my information from. They just seem to kind of compile things, nice, neat packages, easy to palate. Is that the right word? Yeah, I don't know. Feels
Tolerate.
Tolerate. There we go. I like that too. Palatable. It's palatable. There we go.
Palatable.
Yeah. At any rate, this team is looking bad. Like really
Hi,
bad.
Claire.
No, Claire, it's fine. I'm cool with it. I signed off on it. I actually got you guys Javon Wims.
Yeah, Claire, I'm not even watching, as you can see. Not even watching. I could be, but I'm not. I'm just not putting a lot of faith in these preseason shits. Hell, there was a guy that used to play for the Panthers. What's his name? Oh, yeah, Cam Newton. His preseason was absolutely awful. First 4 games of the season, put up 400 yards each one. So I don't put much faith in him. At any rate,
I can't even look at you right now, bro.
Gary with a floating head. He looks like he's
floating head.
He's like the god here. He's the wizard from Wizard of Oz. Fucking floating over there.
Apparently my phone
Like I said, he's John Bay just without the powers.
All right, so this listing of quarterbacks, this list our top 12 fantasy quarterbacks. I'll give them to you guys in order. Actually, you know what? Let me just share my screen. That would just make it easier. Then we can all talk around it. If that's cool. Present, share screen. I don't know why I feel like I have to walk you guys through everything I'm doing.
So you don't forget?
Listen,
right. That is relevant.
Oh, here we go. Is it going to do the same shit it did last week? Because you guys can't see anything, right?
Nope.
So, but I'm going to move us over here.
Fucking thing. All right, let's try this a different way. Instead of sharing the whole screen, maybe I'll just share the window. Maybe that'll work a little more better.
That's usually a good idea. Don't watch it.
There we go. Yeah, don't watch it.
Okay, that's the same thing I was looking at earlier. Okay.
Hey,
yeah.
Look at me putting us all on the right side. That worked out.
Look at that shit. All right, so this listing has our guys: Patty Mahomes, Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, Herbert, Fields, Lawrence. I don't know why I just decided to stop saying first names. Watson, Tagovailoa, Dak Prescott, Kirk Cousins. So my thinking on this, what we can do, well, there's a couple of them that. So who on this list of these 12 do you think is too low? Who do you think is too high? And then who do you see as a bust or boom candidate? So I'll go first.
We'll let Hud go first.
Well, I'll go first.
It is his podcast.
So as far as I have a hard time adjusting any of the top three. I think all three of those guys are mobile, big arm quarterbacks with good offenses. They're going to get you points. As long as they stay healthy, you're going to get a lot of points out of those three. Joe Burrow, I like Burrow in a normal situation. I just wonder how this calf is going to affect him long term. He's a hard ass and he's played injured before and stuff like that, but when you have your calf, which is the base of where you're throwing from, and it's hurt, I feel like that could definitely affect your ability to get the ball downfield. So I think, not that Burrow is bad, but I think Burrow might be a little too high. I think Burrow should be more in the 7-8 range where Fields and Lawrence are than in the 4 range. I know it's not a huge difference, but like he should be a little lower. Dak Prescott at 11, I think that might be too high. I mean, maybe it's just because I hate the Cowboys, but fuck, man. Like, I feel like he might be too high too. But I'd rather move Burrow down. So I would move Burrow down. I think he's listed too high. Somebody that I think is listed too low, and honestly, I'm kind of torn between two guys, and they're Justin Fields and Trevor Lawrence. I think both of them could absolutely have huge fucking seasons. The Bears had a great draft. They brought in a lot of talent. Fields demonstrated ability last year, especially late in the season, to put a bunch of fucking points on the board. Granted, he had to be on the ground. He was running the ball in, but he was still. I think Fields should be higher. Could he be a 4 or 5? Maybe. Same thing with Lawrence. They brought in a bunch of weapons. They got one of the best receivers in the draft, Zay Flowers, for him. Calvin Ridley's back, and they were showing Zay Flower. I think I talked about this last week or 2 weeks ago, but they showed a video of their running routes, and Zay is quick. And then you watch Calvin Ridley run the same route, and Zay Flowers looks slow. Like, Ridley is on his shit, but he's ready to come back. And I think Trevor Lawrence is going to benefit from that. So I think Trevor should be much higher. A bust, I saw somebody, Trevor or Deshaun Watson. Totally agree. I think, and it's funny because we were talking about this actually earlier, me and Furman, and I think Furman said that he feels like Watson is going to be a bust because of the pressure, and I definitely agree. You know, I thought Zay went to the. You sure? I thought Zay went to the Jags. I could be wrong. You might be right. Regardless, they were showing 2 routes.
Yeah, he's Ravens.
One of them was a really quick wild runner, so maybe it wasn't Zay Flowers. At any rate, Calvin Ridley made the other wide receiver look slow as hell. So, at any rate, I think
no, not Zay Jones. I mean, Zay Jones isn't, but.
And then let's see. Yeah, so boom. I would say my pick is Trevor Lawrence. I think he's. Yeah, I knew Ridley was on Jacksonville. I knew that for sure. There's another receiver. I don't remember who they drafted, who their rookie was, but they were very high on him. And then my bust obviously is Deshaun Watson. So with that, I pass the mic to either Furms or Gary.
Go ahead, Furms.
All right. Well, I think the Joe Burrow thing that you mentioned definitely ties into the conversation we had the last time we were together, where we mentioned about his injury. Would that cause his draft stock to plummet? Obviously, by this gentleman's assessment on the screen here, he doesn't think it will be. I do think he will still drop. I do think he's a little high because of the injury, because we all know with hamstrings, calves, anything like that, it is a struggle to get back to full strength. Plus the fact that he's going to miss it's projected the first month at least before he gets on the field. I think his last was reported. So yeah, I think Burrow does need to go down. I don't think Watson belongs on this list at all. Like one of the things that we talked about before we got live was the fact that I don't think Watson's going to perform because of the fact that he's under immense pressure to live up to the contract he signed because he's got before this it was Kirk Cousins, but now he's got the most guaranteed money of any NFL quarterback, and he has to live up to that. The Browns completely changed their landscape just for him, and I just don't think he's going to perform, and I don't think he's worth it.
Pause real quick. The receiver that I was talking about, Zay Jones, not Zay Flowers. I'm sorry. Anyway, go ahead.
Cousins, the only reason he makes it onto this list is because of who his wide receiver is. That's the only reason he makes it on this list, in my opinion. Dak, I don't think Dak's going to recover. So I think he's at an appropriate place. Do I think people are going to take him? Yes, because some people just won't give up on a losing story, kind of like the Bills fans did for 20 plus years. So for me, I would definitely probably put Burrow below Lawrence as far as that. Get Watson out and drop everybody else down at least one. So other than that, yeah, the top three I totally agree with. And Zay Jones is not a rookie. No, Zay Jones used to be on the Bills.
Yeah, he got naked and kicked the window.
Well, so I'm gonna steal the screen really quickly just to show the video. It's on my phone, but you'll be able to see this difference. So
are you sure about that?
Oh yeah, just watch. I can hit the button. Yeah, so there's the first receiver. Quick, watch Ridley, man.
Yeah, you know who's not surprised about that? The other guy on the live.
Well, I mean, hell, I saw Calvin Ridley fucking toasting the Panthers over and over and over again, so I'm not surprised either.
Mm-hmm. I got to watch him toast the Bulldogs over and over and over
again. Right, exactly, Claire. If you remove Jefferson, is Kirk Cousins even in this conversation? No, he's not. And I was not a fan of the fact that he signed that guaranteed contract with Minnesota anyways, because I never thought he did squat in Washington.
The postseason.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, dude, the guy's a damn a regular season stud and a postseason dud. And he's been that way his whole career. So, at any rate, all right, what's yours, Gary?
I'm leaving the first four.
Okay.
I'm moving T-Law to 5. Keeping Herbert at 6. Dak, Tua, and Deshaun can leave. Cousins you have to keep there because he does great for fantasy during the season. Yep. Regular season, he's a stud.
Yep.
Well, yeah, if you look at the numbers there, he's got the highest number rating of all 12 of them.
Yeah, and I would actually take. Oh shit! Hold on, I forget his name. Yeah, just to throw a monkey wrench in things here, I would put Kenny Pickett probably at 12.
Oh, dude. And Pickett's got some excellent young weapons too. George Pickens, if he can stay healthy and on the field and not get in a fight every fucking 20
Yeah, if he can stop fighting, he's a better wide receiver than Justin Jefferson.
Mm-hmm.
Dude,
which is probably a bold statement. But
the highlights that he has are absolutely.
Do we dare label it a hot take?
Yeah, I mean that's.
I mean, he could have a big year. I mean, they also do. How about? I'll wait. I was about to, because I have a sleeper that I want to throw out in the tight ends. Although I haven't even looked at the list of tight ends, but
you're talking about Big O.
We'll see. We'll see.
Big O.
There's a freaking. I'm just like, I've been seeing highlights of this dude and like, holy, he's gonna be a problem.
As somebody who watched the anime that's referencing, it's fucking appropriate.
Yeah.
What? Big O?
All right.
Yeah.
He's massive and his number was 0. There was no anime reference.
There's an anime called Big O. It's about a gigantic robot.
Yeah, Darnell Washington was called Big O because he's big and he was number 0. So they just called him Big O because zeros are shaped like O's.
Oh, I just let my nerd flag fly.
Yeah, he's built. He's built like a damn house. Fuck, man, he's huge. All right, well, we want to go. We want to go wide receiver or tight end or running back. Let's go running back. Running back's obviously a big value pick here.
Oh,
but you saw that at the top.
Yeah.
So I mean, like I know this is your guy, and you were super happy when you guys drafted Bijan.
Can you put a third string at third?
Well, I mean, and then you also got to worry about like right here too, you know, like with the contract situation going on. Like, yeah, when he's on the field, he's a stud.
ETN's way too low.
Oh yeah, ETN is a damn problem. Jonathan Taylor with the Colts, another problem. Are these contracts?
He's too high.
Yeah, exactly. But the problem with Jonathan Taylor, Josh Jacobs, these contract things, I think are going to affect their play, man. There's very few players that have poor contract situations and they play well. It's rare, you know. So I just don't. I think Josh Jacobs is too high. I think Jonathan Taylor's too high. Hell, with the recent signing of Zeke, what about Ramondre Stevenson for the Pats? He's going to lose some touches.
Yeah,
absolutely. Going to lose some touches.
Well, that was something I was thinking of during the week is like, you know, with Zeke signing with the Patriots, does this affect his draft stock as far as being drafted in anybody's draft anyways? And then, yeah, what does it do for Stevenson? Like, does it make his draft stock plummet? I think that's a very good question to ask the nation out there.
And can we also talk about the fact that there's not a Cook on that list until 34?
I'm not happy about that at all. I'm not happy with this list at all, to be honest with you.
James and Delvin are both worse than 32 other people?
No.
Worse than James Conner. Rashad White? What?
Khalil Herbert is before James Cook.
Breece Hall, who's a stud, but he's not going to do shit this year.
Yeah, he's just coming back from what, an ACL tear, or was it a?
Yeah, and he just lost his job because they signed Delvin.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, obviously, I'm assuming this. Let's see, when did this come out? When did they put this out?
I think it's within the last 2 days.
What's really funny is they've got DeAndre Swift as the biggest bust, and then he's still like 11.
Yeah. Bananas.
Agree, Aries. Claire, Claire. C-Mac is way too high.
How is Chubb below C-Mac, Eckler, Bijan? Like, how? Explain that to me. And as much as I don't like the guy, how is Derrick Henry below, you know?
Yeah, C-Mac, as we were saying last week, I mean, the issue with C-Mac is he's on a team with way too many people that will take way too many touches. So I think he's either feast or famine. You're either going to have a crazy good game out of him, tons of points, or I feel like you're going to get nothing out of him because a defense decides to just focus on C-Mac. He gets no yards, and they've got to go Kittle, Ayuk, Debo. You know what I mean? Like, they've got a lot of other weapons. And so I worry if he's actually going to get the kind of production that he's been used to.
And that's the other question too. Speaking of San Francisco, have they figured out their quarterback situation yet?
Yeah, Debo's just going to do that too.
I mean, listen, y'all. I'm telling you, don't sleep on Sam Darnold. With the weapons they have, it would not surprise me at all.
Listen, I don't disagree with you at all because, like I pointed out last time, when going into that draft, he was considered up until the last minute the number 1 overall pick. And back when ESPN still did their little sports science thing, like his immeasurables that they factored in were through the charts. But it's just he got drafted to the Jets. That's a shitty organization, and just shit after shit. And now that he's got a legitimate team that's got legitimate weapons and a O-line, he's dangerous. Yeah. Oh yeah, a two-headed monster, Claire. I don't disagree.
Yeah, and then she makes a good point. I mean, we had two backs back in the day. Jonathan Stewart, D'Angelo Williams, both of them had 1,000 yards in a season, and
I think Claire's still mad at Darnold.
I think so.
I mean, you're right. You're right. Sam is.
Claire, you want to get on this podcast too? Send her the link, Hudson.
Yeah, you can jump on Claire. You know, although I don't.
I would appreciate Claire's perspective.
So
also,
but yeah, I mean,
my name just for you, because I feel like if anybody will know who that is, it'll be you.
Huh. All I can see is Jester.
No, this is Zombie.
Oh, I can't read it.
Oh, Zombie.
He was
anyway.
Pee-wee Herman Genie.
So on this list,
I mean, bro.
Gary kind of he didn't steal my thunder necessarily, but I talked about it a couple weeks ago. My favorite back coming this year, I think, is Travis.
Yay, Claire's coming.
I think ETN is gonna be a problem for sure.
I don't know about that though. Like, I want to have faith in the Jags, but it's still the Jags.
Yeah, but bro,
look at the division.
I know. Look at the division. Yeah.
Great head coach who is now in his second season. So it's similar style offense. ETN and T-Law played together in college, and they won national championships together in college. ETN is a great pass catching running back. He's a great back. He can run between the tackles. He can do fucking everything. So, and I mean, I'm sure I sound like a homer because I'm kind of a Clemson fan. But like, even still, like, I really think.
Don't say that too loud. Get the fuck out.
Hey, I was born in Greenville, South Carolina. So it's just like you being born in Georgia.
All right, so you're a Gamecock.
No. The Cocks are in Columbia, South Carolina. That is where it's hot and all the uncivilized people live.
I'm not gonna lie.
People from Columbia.
South Carolina, Clemson's the correct answer in South Carolina.
Yeah, I mean it is. Unfortunately,
UNC's the correct answer in North Carolina.
Yeah, in North Carolina, I don't like any of these fucking teams. They all suck at football.
And yet you work in one of them. That's hilarious.
No, that's basketball. Duke's a basketball.
I like their basketball team.
They are. You're right.
I would say they're in the last 20 years probably been the best college basketball team. But anyway, that's not what we're talking about tonight. So here comes trouble. What's up, Claire?
I can't watch our team anymore. Oh my god.
No, they're fine.
I can't watch them. I can't watch them anymore. It's too painful. Oh my god.
Come on, let's hear your opinion on this wonderful list we have over here, Claire.
So which one of the Panthers are you drafting, Claire?
Which one of the what?
The Panthers.
Oh.
None of
anyway,
them.
Well, if anybody wants to be able to pull up this list, I just dropped the link in. It should be there on. Well, it looks like it's on Twitch and YouTube. I'll drop it on Facebook too, just in case you wanted to pull it up, Claire, so you can see it better.
I'll have to manage with my phone for right now, but yeah.
That's more better.
CMC, he's gonna find a way to get himself injured. He just shouldn't even be anywhere near that high. Yeah. That's just my personal opinion.
Bijan's about 60 spots too high.
I was about to
100%
say,
agree with that.
I think Bijan will look good, but I don't think he's.
Bijan's a
no.
phenomenal
They're
back.
making him to be like this
That's drafted.
prolific, like new addition. I mean, he could be, but I don't think.
Like, are we talking on the level of like, the second coming of Warwick Dunn, or are we talking like the second coming of Jamal?
No, like the second coming of Jesus.
That's kind of like how people have been talking him up. Is going to be like,
Good
you know,
God.
they're every Falcons fan I've talked to, except for Gary,
Present company excluded.
I was about to say present company excluded, has said that, their biggest weapon is going to be Bijan Robinson. I'm like, that's really sad when y'all keep telling me that, right? Like, that's not to say that he's not going to be good, but that's who y'all think the scariest person is right now on your team? Really?
Drake London.
Really?
Well,
I mean,
the thing that messes me
Well,
up
I
with
guess the
Bijan,
scariest person would be Pitts, but they don't use him, so I forget he's there.
I was about
So,
to say the problem with that is like they don't use him. He's not. You don't hear Pitts getting talked about as being like an offensive anything of the year, or some he just
Since he broke all his records rookie year with no touchdowns in the United States.
well, like look at this list. Algiers ran for the Falcons last season for over 1,000 yards, and he's not on the fucking list.
Well, he might be. How far down can we go?
I mean, I didn't see him.
It only goes to 60.
I mean, look, I bet Anaconda.
He's at 52. He's 52nd.
How is Wakanda Forever there?
This bullshit. The backup for the 49ers is ahead of Tyler Algier.
Fucking Elijah Mitchell.
Who the fuck is? I don't even know who Tank Bigsby is. He's just got a cool name.
Tank? Tank's awesome.
He better be with the name Tank. You got to do something. But this dude's got the coolest name in the league, a Anaconda.
Tank was taken like what? He was taken by the Jags or something, right?
Yeah, he's a Jag.
Yeah, and like the 5th round or something like.
Not gonna lie though, in an auction style draft, if you can get Algier for $0, do that.
Hold on a second.
Unless they use Bijan like they expect to.
Well, hold on.
Here's the problem I have looking
Patterson
at this
even on this
list.
list? Is Patterson? Speaking of
You mean they're
Falcons
starting?
running backs.
No, I didn't see. No, because does he count?
Does he?
Does he?
He's our first string running back and like our 5th wide receiver.
Yeah, he's not even on the list.
Oh my lord. Okay.
Well, here's my question: how is Algier behind fucking Devin Singletary?
Singletary is such a stud.
Oh no, he's not.
I kid.
Jahmyr Gibbs. Gibbs is another one. I mean, I know he's great, but no. Mm-mm.
He's a rook, man. He's playing for the Lions. I mean, the Lions run the ball a lot, and they were successful when they had, what's his name, Jameson Williams or whatever.
Well, hell shit, so do we. But if anything's proof in the pudding tonight, we don't do it very well anymore. So, I mean.
Why you got to bring up topical shit?
I love pudding, banana pudding specifically.
They have the best running back in the NFL at number 7. They've got Najee Harris, who this year might be a problem at 15.
Absolutely, because he's got more weapons around him. The team's better. He's going to be better.
So let me ask you, do you guys think that Tony Pollard is about where he needs to be? Because I think without Zeke being there, with the way he is ran, like especially last year, I think he needs to be a little bit higher.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think he
definitely does affect that. Yes,
he's a bell cow now. You know, he's that.
Yeah.
He's their every down back. I mean, I think Pollard could absolutely be higher.
I still think that Robinson is too high, but I think he and maybe Bijan need to at least switch places.
Yeah.
Like.
Well, I can tell you right now.
Put Predator somewhere else because he should not be sitting there. Saquon.
Well, and there's another guy that I don't particularly like on this list. I mean, and it's not like Mixon for the Bengals. He either has really good games or he does nothing.
I've had him before in fantasy, and yes, he is very, very streaky. He is not consistent.
Yeah, and as a fantasy player, I hate those types. Like I love a guy like when C-Mac was in his prime. When he was with that season, he had 1,000 reception or 1,000 yard receiving, 1,000 rushing yard. You put him in every fucking week, you're gonna get 25 to 30 points every week, no matter what. You know.
Yeah, that year Ryan had C-Mac and he had Lamar Jackson, so he was getting like 80 points out of those two just every week because.
Yeah. Yep. I remember that. That sucks.
So I mean, I think that's the running back one. There's so many backs, man, and it's so
and it's so like just it's weird because like I agree with you, Gary, that Chubb should be number one. Like the reason why that C-Mac is number one in most people's drafts is because of who his coach is, and it doesn't make sense to me.
It's because when he's healthy, he's the most dangerous dual threat running back in the NFL.
But he's been consistently hurt, though.
The problem is he's only healthy for like 38 seconds.
Yeah. He's like sugar glass. He's just going to...
And it's never week one.
Right?
Like he'll be healthy for like the first part of the third quarter, some arbitrary week. Like 8. Like
non-division game, nothing on the line, really.
They're playing in London against the
Well, I mean, C-Max never really played in a game they had anything on the line because the Panthers sucked basically the whole fucking time he was there. Sadly, it's just it is.
Yeah, I've gotten into my fair share of arguments with Panthers fans who just absolutely love CMC, and I mean, I loved him when he did great, but it was almost just like accolades for himself.
Yeah.
The entire time we had him, when did we ever have a winning season? Let me check. None. So it's
right. And also talk to me about how well he blocked defensive ends when they got in the backfield. He didn't. He got fucked up, and our quarterbacks got fucked up as a result of it. So, I mean, he was he would get in the way, but when you weigh 195 pounds, you're going to get ran over. You know. Yeah. So that's what happens. It just is what it is. So. He's a liability in supporting the quarterback and other runners. But to your point, yeah, he's great. Me guy, he's going to get yards. He's going to get receptions. He's got great hands. He's got great burst. He's got a great first step. But you got to be on the best ability is availability.
No, his rookie year, y'all had a winning record.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, you were 11-5. He was drafted in 17.
Yeah. Well, anyway. We had one good year. It was his rookie year. I don't even think he got 1,000 yards that year. I think he was under 1,000. So, at any rate,
didn't he share with? Didn't we still have Stewart in 17? We still had somebody. I don't think he was our starter necessarily. I could be wrong.
5-11, 5-11, 5-12. Talk about consistency.
Yeah.
Consistent in all the wrong ways. Thank you, Gary.
That's what I'm here for. Fuck the Panthers.
All right.
Spoken like an Atlanta Falcons fan.
Where's that delete button? Let's see. Gary's like, you want me to show you? It's right here, asshole. Right. So, I mean, gosh, we can talk about this shit. I mean, like, how about Aaron Jones? Like, the
what up, Richard?
He does everything that you're supposed to do. And
does anybody know who Alexander Madison is?
No.
Never heard of him. But, he's got Kirk Cousins that's going to handle the ball.
This list is just broken.
It's horrible. It is the most god-awful list.
Literally, 3 paragraphs above this, they talk about Swift being the biggest bust, and they're like, he's still better than Algier.
Oh, my God.
Still better than Kenneth Walker. Now, honestly, a guy who I was reading about today, and I kind of tend to agree with him that people are saying is going to be a bust, is right here, J.K. Dobbins. Because he has a tough time staying healthy. He also has a quarterback that is very run-oriented. Now, don't get me wrong, he can, Lamar can distribute the ball as well, but he's going to take yards away from J.K. And I know they have a lot of other backs up there too, so, I mean, I think he might – I would probably avoid J.K. Dobbins. I will probably not draft him unless he is available in like the 7th or 8th round, something
I
like
was
that.
gonna
He'll be
say
one of my flyers.
a sleeper in fantasy just because I think of what he did last year. If he's really only that low as Isaiah Pacheco,
Oh
he
yeah,
did well.
for sure. This is another guy right here, Antonio Gibson. If he can stay healthy, he has a skill set that's very similar to C-Mac. Like he's a great runner, great first step. He's more fragile than C-Mac is, as hard as that is to believe.
And he's also on the
C-Mac gets
standard.
more. Yeah, and he's also on the commies, which doesn't help.
Which I hear through the grapevine, there may be a name change once again now that ownership's different.
Yeah, no, they're thinking about changing the name again. I just love the fact that there's a starting quarterback worse than all of the other starting quarterbacks and 3 backups or running backs. How is James Cook 34th? There's 32 teams.
Well, I think the reason he's number 34 is because of how the Bills use running backs.
You mean don't? They don't use running backs.
Exactly. So,
but Cook,
Will Herbert is better than him. I guess.
Who?
Exactly.
That must be the guy from Ball State.
Must be.
Well, talk to me about why Antonio Gibson is right here and Brian Robinson Jr. Like 2 players from the same team are this fucking close together. Like what?
Because they're both mediocre.
I guess. Like, yeah, you'll probably both get 50 yards a game. That's cool. Oh, Jersey King. Hey guys, I'm at work.
Yeah.
Thanks, Richard.
Hey, Dick.
Yeah. All right, so are we
too low? As much as that
too low?
Yeah,
nah, I don't. I feel like he might be too high because Pacheco has been taking the majority of the carries, and Edwards-Helaire is more like a change of pace back. I feel like he's not gonna. I feel like he might be too high. I mean, look, they got Jarrett McKinnon. They got 3 running backs from the Bears, and 2 of them are ahead of Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
I would take Jamal Williams for the simple fact that he might motivate the rest of my fantasy team to do something because that dude is awesome.
He is hilarious.
Like
exactly.
Just as a people, he's phenomenal.
Somebody else that in this list is a sleeper, and I'm a bit of a homer for this one, but Deontay Foreman, man, when he gets running downhill, ain't nobody stopping him.
No, I'm not gonna. If we would have actually still kept Foreman along with having Miles Sanders, I'm just saying. There would have been our smash and dash.
We could have at least gotten somebody with a cool name like a Banacanda. However the fuck you say
Panda?
Candyman.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. It sounded like you said Candyman Panda. I'm like, well, okay.
Just don't say it in the mirror 3 times. You'll get beat up with some bamboo.
I mean, like some of these, like I don't even know.
Chase the force of my eucalyptus. Just like, ow.
All right. I think we beat the hell out of these running backs. So let's
we beat that thing like it owed us money.
All right, let's go wide receivers. We're gonna get to beat the shit out of this too. Oh, look at that.
Oh no.
Wow. Anyway, we'll skip that. All right, so
no surprise at number 1 right off the bat, Justin Jefferson, and number 2 being Jamar Chase. Nobody's surprised by those 2.
I mean, honestly, I don't have a problem with like the first 10.
Cooper Kupp's too high.
Yeah, Cooper Kupp's too high because of his injury, so he's got to.
Not just because of his injury.
I was about to say, isn't Amon-Ra also St. Brown? Isn't he also injured now? I could have sworn I read something. Okay,
but
his may not be season ending. I don't know.
No, I have a very bad feeling that we're going to see a steep decline in Cooper's production.
The only one I'm shocked by is that Garrett Wilson is not higher on this list. Like even a little bit higher.
He is. And
I'd put him above
Aaron Rodgers. Like he looked good with a bunch of dummies last year. Like I mean Aaron Rodgers is a douchebag, but the guy can fucking play ball and
I don't know how I feel about that, man, and what I want the Bills to do Monday opening night. We won't discuss that here, but you know how I feel about that man.
Yeah, I mean, he's a shithead, man. But I'll tell you somebody else that I really like is this guy right here. As much as I hate to say it,
Oh God, yes, yeah.
he runs great routes. He gets excellent separation, catches every fucking thing. This dude right here, to me, this is like a reincarnation of Steve Smith.
Scary Terry.
Yeah.
Dude, he's small. You can throw the ball up, and he will fucking go get it. I love him. I love him.
So it's safe to say with the upcoming fantasy draft, like even if you don't get a top tier, top 5 receiver, you still have serviceable options.
Wide receiver is so deep right now.
Oh, it is so deep, especially in the AFC.
Okay, and I know everybody loves D Hop. I still think that 20 is still too high for him.
Yeah, because he's got Tannehill throwing him the ball, so that's
well. If it's not going to be Tannehill, it's going to be Levis. If it's not going to be Levis, it's going to be Malik Willis. I mean, they're going to just feed the shit out of Derrick Henry. And D Hop's, I mean, he might be their only great option.
He should have come to Buffalo.
Is Traylon Burks hurt again? Isn't Traylon Burks hurt yet again?
Probably.
Their other wide receiver.
And I think it's season ending too.
Yeah. So he's about to be their only option. I still don't. I think they're just going to still feed Henry. I mean, everybody says, "Oh, he'll be their number one guy. They'll have a great option," and I'm like, "Yeah, well, they've had good options in the past that they gave away to Philadelphia." And they still fed Henry. So it's like, I don't know.
It's fine. Being the number one wide receiver in Tennessee is great. That just means you're getting 3 attempts a game instead of 0. Like, they throw the ball 7 times. Like, it's fucking.
They don't really care much for the passes. They're the opposite of the Bills. They definitely know how to use a running back. So
what can you say? It's Vrabel's way.
But I mean, like,
that's in the wrong spot.
So I mean, all right.
I think Amon-Ra's too low.
He's this guy. I think this guy might be too high.
T. Higgins, yeah, because I mean you can't have. Well, I mean it depends. How healthy is Burrow? If Burrow's healthy.
It's not just Burrow's health; it's also Higgins' health. Higgins hasn't been able to stay on the damn field. So like, and again, that's another Clemson guy, but like, he can't stay healthy consistently. Again, best ability is availability. If you're not out there, you can't catch balls. And of all those top 10 guys, number 11, he should probably be number 20 or so, just because of his injury history. I mean, Jalen Waddle. You really think Jalen Waddle is worse than T. Higgins? No. Fucking way. Jalen Waddle should be top 10. He should be in the 11 spot at least.
I think if they don't have Tua, Waddle and Hill could comfortably be 1 and 2.
Yeah, I was just about to make that point. If they had any other quarterback, that team would be 100% deadly.
If Furman was the quarterback, they would be at least 7 and 8.
I'm at least certain.
How'd they look like the first 5 games of the season last year? They were beating the brakes off of everybody. Tua was putting up tons of fucking yards with Waddle and Tyreek.
Yeah,
so I think
that's the point, Hudson. Then he got his bell rung multiple times.
The team, the Dolphins organization, and the NFL failed Tua last year. Bye, Claire.
Bye, Claire.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And literally that's all it's going to take. One good whack this year, and he's done.
And he's going to get hit because he's a mobile quarterback.
He's going to get hit when he plays Buffalo.
And Miami does not have an offensive line.
No.
Yeah, well, they got Laramie Tunsil, that left tackle. He's great.
Ooh.
Cool.
The guy whose draft stock dropped because somebody leaked a photo on Twitter of him doing a gas mask hit of a bong.
Yeah, it's the worst. That wouldn't even register nowadays.
No, they'd be like, oh, well, at least he didn't.
Oh, yeah, okay, you're still a top 10 pick.
Yeah.
Keenan Allen, PPR, he's about right. Because he doesn't get many touchdowns, but he's going to get you 200 catches a year.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not upset with where DK's at. I'm not really upset where Calvin's at. But
See, I think DK might be too high too. I feel like
I also think Devontae Adams is way too high because you don't know what the Raiders are doing at quarterback because Derek Carr's not there anymore.
But at the end of the day, he's still Devontae Adams.
Yeah, but he's not getting thrown balls by Aaron Rodgers anymore. So
it doesn't matter.
I mean, he did good last year with Derek Carr. He was still a producer. So I mean, I think Devontae is one of those guys. I mean, he's like a Diggs. He's like a Tyreek Hill, a Justin Jefferson, a Jamar Chase. You put them on any team, they're still going to be a number one. They're still going to get their yards. I think everybody in the top 10, like I have no argument with any of them. On their teams, they're all number ones. They're all going to get yards. It's just then you
Cup is the number one on LA. That's right.
You get to this layer, and that's where it starts getting a little dicey for me. You got your T. Higgins, who's got to stay healthy. Your DK, who I feel like is going to have Tyler Lockett. It's great to have Lockett there, but it takes touches away from DK, and DK's feast or famine a lot of times, at least from what I've seen. He, one game he's killing it, next game nothing. So
where do they have Kenny Pickett ranked? Because they have none of his weapons anywhere in these lists.
We will see. We will see here in a little bit. We got to get to QB. We hadn't got to QB. Or no, we didn't even. Yeah, we did look at
QB. That was the first thing we did.
Hold on. Let's go back here. Let's see. Let's just go tiers. Maybe this will tell us. All right. So tier 1: Patty Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen. No argument. Man, he's 2 QB territory. I don't even know what. I guess they're on teams with another.
So with for instance, the free league, I think I have it where I think I've got the 2 quarterback position.
Okay.
I think so. In that kind of a league, that's where that means is that if you have a league with 2 QBs, like 2 slots for QBs, but only 1 starting, so you can have a backup just in case. That's what I think that's referring to.
That's wild.
Hold on. I'm looking at this list. I'm like, what?
They have Anthony Richardson tier 3.
Yeah.
Who's he throwing to?
Ahead of. Now, don't get me wrong. But they have him ahead of Dak Prescott, Kirk Cousins. All these guys are better than him because he's played 0 fucking games.
Okay, I have to know first who that Facebook user is, because if that's Matty Mac, we might be pissing him off with this AR-15 slander.
No, which one? The one that just so. Oh, that's Jason Brown.
So it's 4 points a touchdown for the 2 QB league, is what he says. I don't know. That's up to Furman. He's the commish.
Yeah, I set. Hang on, I can tell you right now.
Yeah. So, at any rate,
you're good, Claire.
But yeah, so obviously, I don't have any problem with tier 1. Tier 2, also, what I was saying earlier, with Fields and Lawrence, that's I like that. I don't like Deshaun Watson here. I like Tua tier 3. Anthony Richardson's too high. I think tier 3, you should have had Aaron Rodgers and Jared Goff, and maybe, as crazy as this fucking sounds, Daniel Jones. I think
Danny Dimes.
Danny Dimes might be a sleeper quarterback pick for me, but at any rate, we're going backwards. But I definitely wanted to see that because Kenny Pickett, they got him at the bottom basically.
I was just wondering because there's not one Steelers wide receiver in the top 30 that you were looking at. That's why I was just confused.
So in the free league, just for everybody who knows, in the free league, the way the scoring goes is if there is a passing touchdown that's 6 points, 2-point conversion, it's 2 points, of course, and the passing yards are plus 0.04 per yard. So for 25 yards, you get a point. And if you get an interception, it's negative 1 point. Same thing. Rushing TDs are 6 points. Rushing yards, it's 10 yards a point. Receptions, it's 10 yards a point, 6. So I made it just like as if it was a real game.
Word. That works for me. Yeah. Well, so wide receiver wise. Why do they have Mike Evans down here? The guy puts up 1,000 yards every fucking season, every year. 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns every year. I feel like Mike Evans should probably be higher. The only reason maybe not is because of his age. He's an old dude, but I really think he should be higher. Travis Treylon Burks, he shouldn't even be on the list now. I mean, shit.
Consistency, yep.
Yeah, and he's hurt. Hey, look at that, Zay Jones. Of course, they had to fucking put the two that I fucked their names up right next to each other. Jesus.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, if y'all know anything about me, man, I fuck people's names up all the damn time.
Yeah, that's why we usually let Gary read the names because he's very good with names.
Oh, it's not reading the names; it's remembering the names.
Oh,
I
gotcha.
say people's names. You know, like what was it? Ray Rice.
Yep, what I said to you the other night. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, I've called. I actually typed it in the live one time. I wrote his name as Ray Rice, and I was like, "Oh fuck."
Yep. Like, what was that joke I made on Wednesday? I said something about an assault. I can't remember. Or no, you said what the hell was it? He was a contender, and I thought you said offender. I was like, Ray Rice.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, I agree. This is Jason Brown.
You know, Jason. I want to agree with you because I've been a big fan of Mike Evans. I wanted the Bills to draft him the year that they drafted Sammy because Evans was a better complete overall wide receiver than Sammy, and it's been proven. And especially that he's got he's got Baker is the quarterback down there, and Baker could have an amazing year, and Evans could have yet another career year. You don't know though. I mean, all I'm looking at is what Baker did with the Rams last year. That's how I'm basing it on. You know,
I mean, if he was good, they would have kept him.
He was a Panther last year too, right? Furman?
For a little bit, and then he went to the Rams toward the end of the year.
Because
I think we had him for I think we had him for three or four games, and then we let him ride. But yeah, I mean, Jason Brown is not wrong. The Lions, he's the one that said golf 32 TDs. I don't know about 32, but I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he's up there. So Baker's gonna have a great year because of Evans. I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see. He's got to have an offensive line. He's got to have a running game. They got to be better than they were last year. I mean, because they had the greatest quarterback of all time last year, and they still suck. So how's Baker going to help?
Sorry if we already passed that because I was gone, but Mechie's too low at 59.
Oh yeah, no, he could. Well, I mean, he's coming back out of what, like leukemia or some shit.
Yeah, but Mechie's a problem.
Oh yeah, he's an excellent receiver. I don't know. He would make me nervous. Now I would do like a late round flyer on him.
Yeah,
that would make me nervous.
Absolutely take him late.
Yeah, I mean another late round guy that I think could be good is Zay Jones for the Jags, Mecole maybe for the Jet, DJ Chark even. I know y'all don't want to hear it. I know you feel like I'm being a homer, but the shit I've been seeing out of him. I mean, although Claire's been watching the game, I don't know. I hope Bryce is not the reason for us looking like shit. But I mean, the chemistry between
still
him and
has all
Bryce
her
is
hair
good.
though. I mean, that's all I'm saying.
I mean, if she's pulling it out, I hope you're putting it in a little bag to send to Creedmoor because I can use some. At any rate, so
wow.
What?
I feel like Twan should be here.
Evans is just like throw it to the man. Yeah, no. Shit, Evans, you just throw it up and he goes and gets it. I mean, he's a stud. He's absolutely a stud. So
I also need to say this again, even though we're way past it, just because I want to make sure it's recorded at least every week that we do this. But Stetson Bennett will take Stafford's job by the end of the year.
Dude, he has been looking good. I hate to admit it, but he has been. I mean, he's 35 already.
Man is going to take over.
I mean, he's probably older than Stafford, right?
Speaking of UGA alum, when does the season kick off, bro?
Tomorrow.
What, UGA?
Yeah.
It never stopped.
4 weeks? Oh, God. We gotta wait another month.
Never stopped. What are you talking? Kirby's been having people do things.
You got to see I got to send you a picture of what my desk looks like at work, dude. It is all dogged out, bro. I've got my desk mat. I've got my my phone case. That's the dog's case. You know. Da-da.
So if we, so what I'm hearing is when we lose to Ball State week 2, it's 100% your fault.
No, because I also have your coaster, but I also have this coaster too, so I have plenty of shit. But it's not going to be my fault.
We just scored a touchdown. Thank goodness.
Blackshear's solid. Like,
dude, Blackshear's fast as shit.
Yeah.
He is, dude. He's a speed demon for sure. All right, I think we've beaten the hell out of these wide receivers.
Yeah. Do we do tight ends now, or do we just
anything we're missing? Y'all want to hit something else? I don't want to take it. Dude, man, I just saw his name. This guy right here, man. He's a problem. Dude, he's a problem. If him and Mahomie can get on the same page, that could be a dangerous combination.
And Claire, you can't say Frank Reich's stupid. He has a special place in Furman's heart.
Stupid Frank Reich.
That man will always have a place in my heart. God damn it!
Hey, listen. He was
I love that man.
He was our first quarterback ever.
Yep.
All right, so we done wide receivers.
What?
He is. Chubba Hubbard's just got a really fun name. Oh, hey, look.
Chubba Hubba Bubba Bubba.
Who's that guy?
That's a good damn question.
The least used tight end in the league.
Sleepers.
All right, let's go. Let's get to the list. What the hell? Why is it so different than everything else?
Because they want to be different.
What a fucking thing. All right, here we go.
It's a sleeper.
Blackshear's definitely better than Chuba. Both show. All right, let's see. Hurrah.
You went past the list twice. It's down there. It's just like it's in its own little thing.
Yeah, I don't like it. Is this the one?
That's because it's a position preview, not the state of the position like the other ones were. That's why you're not getting that list.
It's so annoying.
Click on tiers.
Tiers. No, go away.
Are you serious? They get their own fucking tiers?
I mean, listen, like
Kelsey tier, the Andrews tier, everybody else.
Well, here's what's funny, man. So, like, I was watching I don't know if you guys watched the Pivot podcast, but there was I think, gosh, who was on there? It was Greg Olson. I think was on the Pivot. It wasn't the Pivot though. Anyway, they were interviewing Greg Olson, and Gary's an asshole. But they're interviewing Greg Olson and asking him, like, you know, who he thought the best tight end in football was right now. And he's like, oh, it's Travis Kelce. It's not even close. And he's like, honestly, if he has one more good season, I might say he's the greatest of all time. And he's like, and that's hard for me to say. He's like, you know, I feel like I'm one of the better tight ends of all time. He's like, but I don't approach Tony G. Some of these guys that had that longevity. But Kelce has now, he's in like his 7th or 8th season. He's won 2 Super Bowls. He's a problem every damn down. You have to account for him. He's great after he might be one of the best tight ends ever. And he's fucking hilarious.
He's hilarious. I love his podcast with his brother. It's absolutely a knock-out, drag-out, funny thing.
Him and Jason are a trip.
They are fantastic. Awesome. But, like, I cannot put him in that conversation with Tony or even, like, with Antonio Gates. You know, not yet at least. And granted, Gates never won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, but Gates changed the tight end position.
Yeah.
Because he's
to be your starter, Claire.
Claire. Who the fuck is Lutton? Hey, who cares? Who cares? He's throwing touchdown passes. Guess what, Bryce? You lost your job, bitch. To Jake Lutton. But yeah, I mean, Tony G was a basketball. How about Jimmy Graham? Jimmy Graham was another guy that changed the way the game was played. But
for a little bit, but like I don't equate Jimmy Graham to a great tight end. I just
well,
don't.
Jimmy Graham had the benefit of
Drew
catching the
Brees,
ball from Drew Brees, and what I think
and then
the reason
he went to Seattle and went to Russ.
well, but here's the thing with Drew Brees. One of the things about Drew Brees is he threw a very catchable ball. He didn't
Yes,
throw
he
it too
did.
hard. He threw a nice tight spiral, 99%. Him and Bryce Young have a lot in common, aside from the long-term success in the NFL. They don't have that in common yet.
Yeah.
But I think they're similar style players. So I mean, that definitely benefited Jimmy Graham. But at any rate,
Gronkowski. Listen, the
yeah,
thing with Gronk is Gronk has the rings because of Brady, but I do not equate him as a great tight end. I just
no,
don't.
I definitely
No,
do.
I don't. And
Yeah.
you can label it as bias because being a lifelong Bills fan and he's from Western New York and he chose the Patriots because the Bills told him wah or whatever. I just do not equate him to a great tight end. He's a dominant tight end as far as powerful, but I wouldn't put him on the level of Tony or even Antonio Gates.
I mean, you got to get a touchdown. It's the fourth quarter. You got to throw it up to somebody, and he's got to just muscle that shit down.
I'm throwing it to Kelsey.
I mean, yeah. I think Kelsey's better than Gronk, but after that, Gronk was a problem, man. There's a reason. I mean, Brady brought him to fucking Tampa for a reason. He came to Tampa, they won a Super Bowl. He left, they didn't win shit.
He made Gronk cut out of a very lucrative WWE deal that he signed to go play football again.
Yeah.
Because he was supposed to, the year WrestleMania was the COVID year where they had no audience. He was the host of WrestleMania. He signed this big ass contract, and then Tom goes, "Hey yo,
hey, you trying to win another Super Bowl? I mean, I guess. All right, come on back. Yeah, no, Jason. Tony Gonzalez,
GOAT. That man is the GOAT.
Top to bottom, athleticism, route running, durability, longevity, consistency. He checks all the boxes for sure. Tony G is the GOAT presently, but I think someone passing him is within
Oh
reach.
yeah, if Kelsey keeps on this track and Mahomes and him keep going, there is no doubt he will break every record and will replace Tony as the greatest of all time. And I do believe he will do it. I do believe that.
As long as he can stay healthy, man. As long as him and Mahomes can, like you said, if both of them stay healthy and have another 3 or 4 great years, yeah, it's going to be hard to argue against it.
Yeah,
because he's probably going to have at least one more Super Bowl, I think, in the next 3 or 4 years. And
I mean, he is an alien, Jason. That's 100% true.
No.
But he's also very humble.
Wait, Travis Kelce? Are you talking about Jason or Travis?
No, I'm talking about Jason Brown's comment.
Oh no, you said somebody was humble. Are you saying Travis Kelce is humble?
I think he is.
No, he's humble on his podcast. You ever heard his shit talking on the field?
Listen, have you heard Diggs' shit talking on the field?
Oh yeah, no, I love it.
Are you serious?
I feel like to be in that tier though, to be in that top tier, you almost have to be on the field at least. You have to be a fucking asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Like, one player that my judgment was absolutely wrong about, and it was purely based on he was so fucking nice. And I hate to admit this, but it's the defensive tackle for the Jets, Quinnen Williams. I met him in person, shook his hand. He was like super nice and sweet and friendly, and I was like, oh, he ain't gonna make it. He's not a big enough asshole. It's like every other defensive tackle I met in person was a shithead. They're just like, yeah, whatever. What do you want? Like that's kind of their mentality. And he was a rookie. He hadn't played a single down in the NFL yet, but he was just super sweet, super nice guy. And I was like, not going to make it. Well, I was wrong. But, I mean, hell, Steve Smith, huge asshole, apparently. Great wide receiver. All right, so, I mean, I can't argue. This one, I think I agree with it in general. Like, I mean, I think some of these, like I know we've talked about Dalton Kincaid, the draft pick for the Bills. I think he could have a huge season, or he could not. You never know, man.
Well,
I mean,
here's the thing. My thing is I'm going to pay attention to the game tomorrow night because
Why?
that game Josh is going to play a little bit longer, and hopefully we'll get to see Dalton actually do something. Because last game he didn't get any touches,
yeah,
so hopefully this game we'll get to see what everybody thinks is going to happen, and then maybe it'll lighten my expectations.
right. Now, I mean, I know Jason Brown's on the chat, but Sam Laporta out of the Lions. I hate to admit it, but I don't know much about him. Jason, throw us a little blurb at him. But these other guys like Evan Ingram playing with Sunshine, Pat Fryermuth playing with Kenny Pickett, David Njoku. I mean, this guy's always been he's always been a problem though. I've always liked him as a receiver. He's a good blocker. He's a good ball player.
Is Andy Dalton a better backup than Teddy Bridgewater?
Yeah.
The Red Rocket,
yeah. The Red Rocket's definitely better. He's more sturdy. He's more reliable.
The thing about Andy, he reminds me of Jay Cutler. Y'all remember him out of the Bears? Like he's not a shithead like Jay Cutler was, but like he's just got a damn nice arm, but he'll throw some bad balls too, just because he doesn't give a shit. I think he's loving this like backup role instead of having all the pressure on him. He just go out there and have fun and play football. Now, as far as tiers, I mean, like should Pitt's talent wise should be here, but if the Falcons can't figure out a way to get him the ball, I mean, he should be down here, right? I mean, like, and it's not on talent; it's purely on use. He just doesn't
exactly. It's like the opposite, like we said, it's the opposite of the problem we have with the Bills with the lack of using James Cook because they don't use running backs. It's the same, like Gary's been saying about the Falcons. They don't know how to use good wide receivers anymore.
No, not even wide receivers. Like Pitts specifically, they have no clue. When I saw a third-string quarterback go in on a goal-to-go situation and Pitts come out and the third-string quarterback become the tight end, I was done.
You're like, Coach, I hate to tell you this, but you're a fucking idiot.
Right, and that was his rookie year. So I get they were trying to kind of see what they had because it was still early in the season. Kyle Pitts had 0 touchdowns in the United States his rookie year. He broke the yards record. He broke the receptions record. He had 1 touchdown, and that was London. And it's not okay. Like, it's so frustrating.
Yeah, well, I mean, the tight end position, I think it's heavy. You know, it's very top heavy. Kelsey, Andrews, Hawkins. I don't even know if I could. I think Waller is a better look than there because he's got Danny Dimes. Danny Dimes will finally have a good tight end. Although he had Evan Ingram, and Evan Ingram last year was balling out for the Jags. So I mean, like I'm not really mad at them either. You know, so. Yeah, Jason says tight end from Bills, Knox. He thinks he might be a sleeper.
No, Stonehands won't. Stonehands
Waller
won't.
doesn't get hurt. Yeah, if Waller can stay healthy,
do not put your chips on Stonehands.
Waller's another freak athlete. But hell, I mean, even Knox. I mean, Knox got hurt several times last year, didn't he?
Mm-hmm. And I had him on fantasy before, and he, just like we talked about earlier with Mixon, he's very streaky.
Yeah.
Like his job on the offense for the Bills is for being a run blocker with little as they run, but that's what they utilize him for. Kincaid's going to be different, but at the same time, I want to see what the kid can do because I didn't follow his college career. I want to see him in real games with real stakes and see exactly what he can do with Josh. If he can live up to the hype you will have me 110% sold because, as I've said before, Dorsey's entire thing since he took over as OC in Buffalo he's wanted to run a dual tight end set, and now he has that ability with having Knox and Kincaid. I just like the fact that I can call it DK country.
Well, Dorsey ran or participated in a 2 tight end team when he was I think he was a quarterbacks coach for the Panthers, and we had I know everybody hates this guy, but Jeremy Shockey and Greg Olsen.
Jeremy Shockey.
But like when we had those 2 guys, bro, like it was tough to. I mean, those 2 guys and Cam Newton. That's a tough squad to stop. That's 3 big fucking dudes, and both Jeremy and Greg Olsen could move the ball down the field. You know, so.
And right, Jason, if the Bills run the ball, but that's the key point, they won't.
Right. They've got to, man. They got to. Gotta run. They got to run it, but are they going to?
Gary, I'll let you handle that one.
Booby says, "What is Gary drinking?"
No,
right now
the other one.
Giant Vagine drinks, Mike's.
He said, "Giant Vagine drinks."
Who said Shockey was free?
Jason Brown.
All right, Jason Brown. The price of your wallet just became $2,000.
No, I mean,
so the fuck Jeremy Shockey thing. My buddy Chris is an Eagles fan.
You met Chris at the barbecue.
Yeah, you met Chris at my house this year. The one that came down from Rochester.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
huge Eagles fan.
When Shockey was with the Giants, obviously he had no love for Jeremy Shockey. And it just became a thing. Every time we heard his name, we would just both yell, "Fuck Jeremy Shockey." Like right now, if I gave you Chris's number and you called him and the only thing you said was Jeremy Shockey, his response would be, "Fuck Jeremy Shockey," and then he'd hang up.
It's the fucking truth.
Hold on, let me see if I. It's 10 o'clock. He's in bed.
Yeah, he's in bed. He's in bed.
Yeah, so like it's reflex now. Like I don't mean to interrupt you ever. Yes, Kool-Aid is what I'm drinking. Because my drink's in North Carolina.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, nothing came in the mail. I didn't see anything.
Did you like my response to Blaine? He's like, "Oh, I got a bottle of Blanton's." I was like, "Oh, I got $170."
This is so cool. Go ahead and send it, bro.
Cool, I got $170.
I just made up a dollar amount. I don't even know what it actually goes for on secondary.
Oh, now, did you guys see this pick by pick strategy? I don't know if you guys
hadn't clicked on it. No, I did not click on it.
I honestly
giving you pick by pick strategies. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It kind of scares me.
I did click on the mock draft though, and like I told you when we were discussing before we went live, the mock draft for them turned out the top 3, the exact one was last podcast that we went over that I pulled up. The same 3 people are the top 3 picks in their mock draft.
Nice.
He should have been better on the Seahawks, but you are correct, Facebook user.
What was that? Let's see. Graham was great. Yeah, no, Graham was Jason Brown. Graham was great on any team. I agree. Is Zeke a sleeper? Oof.
That's the hard one. That's the question I was going to kind of curtail after that one earlier because of his signing with the Patriots. Does that increase his draft stock? And if so,
well, that depends.
Yeah,
it's much colder there than in Dallas.
That's very true.
If he has to wear a whole shirt,
cheeseburgers. No,
it's going to weigh him down.
If he has to wear a whole shirt, does that impact his aerodynamics?
Listen, have y'all seen pictures of this fucking dude?
Yeah.
He looks like the cheerleader from The Longest Yard.
He looks like him and Zion Williamson been hanging out all offseason together, fucking eating burgers and shit. Like he doesn't look like he's in shape, man.
Cheeseburger Eddie.
Cheeseburger Eddie. Cheeseburger Eddie.
Oh, that's back-to-back Longest Yards references. Well, also referencing Eddie Lacy.
Yep.
He did get his hair cut, so that might help.
Well, you don't like this one with the little pom pom on the top of his head?
No, look, that's a saddle horn for his boyfriend. That's all that is, so he doesn't fall off.
Look at that one already with the fucking the Belichick and the Zeke pictures, and it says under it Zeke should sign with the Patriots. He already has, fucko.
See,
Yeah.
he's not wearing a full shirt. If he puts a full shirt on, that gives him way more wind.
Yeah, it's gonna slow him down. You know? He's
True
just
story.
I don't know. I just think he's overrated.
I would say Curtis Martin was relevant, but that's going back a long time ago in New England fantasy football.
That's
For
going
sure.
a long time back. Well, no. There was that guy they had. What was his name?
Good
He also
job.
played on the Rams for a bit when they were still in St. Louis. Last name started with an S. He wore number 39.
This fucking dude knows everything but his name.
I know,
His
Jesus.
birthday is like I know his social, his children's name.
That's it, Steven Jackson.
Yeah,
Oh.
because his last name starts with an S, right? With Jackson.
I knew it had an S somewhere, asshole. And that's got two S's in it, fuckwad.
Right. Steven Jackson was also a Falcon, and you know what? He did the same thing Bijan's going to do this year. Fucking nothing.
All right, let's fucking hell.
But yeah, like I said, no shocker there with the top three being Jefferson, McCaffrey, and Chase. And then
that's still a shocker to me because CMC should not go that high.
Honestly, I'd pick Eckler higher than McCaffrey.
And yeah, Bijan at 6. Yeah.
I think
Mark is
everybody's
7th in this draft.
everybody's drinking the Kool-Aid.
No, I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. Everybody else is drinking that shit.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like the first jar out of popcorn Sutton still.
Yo, how about this? Tony Pollard going in the first round.
0% chance.
I don't hate it though. I just feel like I wouldn't draft him there. Amon-Ra St. Brown, solid pick. AJ Brown,
Henry, Chubb, Wilson. So solid picks.
Wait, did they have Chubb going 16th?
Yes, in this draft he went 16th.
Why?
Well,
I don't get it either.
Look at these two. I mean, I'm always nervous about players who.
Yeah, we were talking 2 weeks ago. Those two guys can't. You don't know what's going to happen with them. So, do you take that risk and draft them that high, or do you wait? And is it worth the risk? Are they going to play? That's just.
Yeah.
Oh, Jiffy Pop.
I think I would absolutely not. I wouldn't draft him that high. Again, these would be late round picks for me, and I might be wrong for that, but that would be a late round pick for me.
I think I agree with you, Jason. I think we wait. I think you wait on those guys. You don't draft them that high. I don't get why everybody seems to be doing that. Especially what's going on. It just doesn't make sense.
Nick Chubb's the best running back, running back in the NFL.
Why is he not, number 2 behind Jefferson?
What team does he play for you? Oh, there you go.
Cleveland.
The Browns. It's the fucking Browns, man.
Yeah, but he still puts up consistent numbers.
But it's the Browns. No, but I swear, it's like people see that and they're like, they're gonna fuck it up. They're gonna do something they shouldn't. They're gonna ruin it because that's just what the Browns do.
All right,
and
so let's do it. I'll call Cleveland tomorrow and tell them to trade Chubb to the Panthers.
Well, hold on. Let's for experimentation's sake here.
We'll give him Chuba Hubbard.
Let me do this.
Fair trade, straight up.
All right, I'm gonna do a quick mock in the free league since we've got a full team now, full set now. So I'm gonna do a quick mock, okay?
But I say you can share your screen, I think, if you want.
I can't. I'm doing it on my phone.
Okay.
You fat bastard.
Actually, wait. Hold on. I think I can do it on my. Hold on.
Let's say if you want, I can probably pull it.
I got
it
it.
up.
All right, here we go. Okay, so how do I share it? Oh, present.
Yep.
Share screen.
Oh God!
Don't show these tips again.
Please don't be porn. Please don't be porn.
I do not have that. Thank you very much. Okay, there's mine.
Please don't be pantsless.
Okay. So we'll do a quick mock. And we'll start the draft.
Where am I picking?
Wait, is that? No, I'm
That's
trying to do a
start
mock.
draft. That's not
Yeah,
a
I'm trying to do
mock.
a mock.
There you go.
Oh,
Yeah,
so hit start draft.
Okay. So
No, before though, I
Eckler
think
goes first. Jefferson, McCaffrey, Chase, Kelsey, Cup. Oh, and
No,
now
I
it's
mean
my turn to pick.
Jay
I just want
Brown.
to auto pick.
Is
No
it
doubt.
actually?
Yeah,
Is
we're
it
just doing this
doing-
for mock's sake.
Oh,
Cousins is super consistent, but he doesn't do shit in the playoffs. But I mean, for fantasy, he's solid for sure. There you go.
All right,
Pollard.
Okay, so
Furman-
whoever team 2 is
Ramondre
loaded right
Stevenson.
now with Jefferson and Allen.
And
Team
You're
1's
loaded
getting fucked because
now.
they still don't have a quarterback.
well,
You
they
got
fucked up drafting Ramondre Stevenson. Yeah, shit. Firms, you got Barkley, Adams, Olave, and Hurts. Jalen Hurts. I mean, like, I ain't mad at that.
I ain't mad at it either. And Amari Cooper.
Somebody drafted Madison, the guy that nobody fucking knows who he is.
I just
Oh,
can't
that
believe
was
in
me.
this
That was
mock
100%
Eckler
me.
went first. Like, that's
Oh, look,
crazy.
Kyle Pitts is on team 3.
Yeah, never a New England running back. Yep. Firms, can you scroll it down? We can't. Yeah.
Furman just picked up.
I just realized if anybody has the app right now, your phone's going like crazy.
No, it's not.
No? Okay, that's just mine.
Treylon Burks. Yeah, this can't be taken into consideration. The recent
And-
happening.
So can
Did
we
you
just
just-
acknowledge that Team 10 has
Hey,
Diggs,
got Gabe.
Lamb, and Burrow?
I mean, that's solid. And Brees Hall, Drake London, Madison, Lockett, Kirk, Christian
But
Kirk.
look
last
at
season
Team
was the
5, though.
Evan Ingram,
Kelsey, Chubb, Higgins, Allen, Moore, and
Akers,
Lawrence.
T-Law.
And they got Brandon Ayuk.
Ooh, that's
AJ
a dangerous team.
And
Higgins.
Bijan finally.
So in our draft, Bijan goes. No, wait, no, that's a different Bijan.
That's
It's a
Brandon.
different B. Robert. That's
Oh, that's
for
Brandon
Washington.
Robinson. Where'd actual Bijan go?
He
Probably
went
number 5.
first pick for Team 8, so he went 8th.
God.
Even the computer's on drugs.
Hey, come a some young guy. He got drafted by Team 4.
Somebody took a kicker.
Hey,
Young
if you're
Hoku.
gonna take a kicker though, go for the team that's kicking nothing but field goals.
All right, so there we go. Here's our draft. So Team 1 wound up with Austin Eckler as the first overall pick.
One overall.
Yes, second pick was Justin Jefferson's. Third was C-Mac. Fourth was Chase. Fifth was Kelsey. Sixth was Cup. Seventh, I took apparently Saquon, Bijan, then Tyreek, and Diggs rounded out the top 10. Pollard was 11th, and our final pick in the first round by our Team 2 was Josh fucking Allen over Patrick Mahomes. Wow, I love that.
That's hard to believe.
Wow, man, I love that. But the thing is, you look at these teams, and you look at Team 1: Eckler, Pollard, Waddle, Jackson. Team 2: Jefferson, Allen, Stevenson, Walker, Ridley. Team 3: C-Mac, Jacobs, Wilson, Metcalf, and Fields, with Pitts in there too. Chase Mahomes for St. Brown, Jones, and Hawkinson with McLaurin. Like every team, to me, made out. Like you can't.
I mean, they're doing good, yeah. But I mean,
Yeah, they're doing
I'll
really good.
There's some danger zones in there too. Like Team 3 with Josh Jacobs, danger zone.
Take a
DK
T-Mac
Metcalf.
and Josh Jacobs back to back.
Yeah, but you also look at Team 6; they got stuck with Joe Mixon, so and Najee Harris, and Jonathan Taylor. So they're
Don't
three
sleep
right
on
there.
Najee this
And
year.
Cooper Cup
And Cooper. So Team 6, I'm sorry, you had the shitty draft.
and George Kittle. I mean, I love George Kittle, but because of the weapons, he's going to lose touches.
But now again, this is a 10-team mock draft. I don't know why they wouldn't let me do 12. So it doesn't include everybody. That's why we did the 12 up to Josh Allen. And so technically Josh went in the second round, second pick in the second round.
Even still, though, I mean, like
Actually, no, wait. The way it snaked is it went left to right and then down. So that meant that CeeDee Lamb
Mahomes
was the
went,
first pick in
Yeah,
the
so
second.
Mahomes went first.
So
and
Mahomes did go
yeah,
first.
Yep.
So yeah, because it snaked that way. Yes. So Brown, then Henry, Adams, Taylor, Chubb, and then Mahomes, and then Jacobs, and then Allen, and then Pollard was the final pick in the second.
Jason, it looks like they got Jahmyr Gibbs going in the 4th round.
But yeah, that's a mock draft for everybody. So there you go.
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
In the league. So I don't think too many people made out too bad. So again, for everybody, the draft is set for the 26th at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hudson and I have already agreed we're going to do a live just like this. I'll share my screen for the entire draft. We would welcome you all guys to be here so we can all communicate. And you can even be in here with us, whether like this or just your voice. Either way, we hope you all guys show up. It's fantastic we finally got it filled, though.
Yeah, and it's a lot of fun. We also have a paid league, and honestly, people, we got to get fucking people in there. Like, people aren't participating; they're not signing up. Nobody sent any money yet, which is fine. If people don't want to play, they don't want to pay to play. That's cool. I mean, I can just do the free league. That won't bother me at all because then I won't lose any money because I damn near lose money every fucking year. So,
all right, so I'm going to do a quick thing here, guys. I'm going to share my screen one more time, okay, real quick. This is just for everybody to see what the draft order is for the free league. I'm going to set that up right now so you guys can all witness it here, okay? So, Hudson, give me a number between 1 and 15.
8.
8. Okay, so we're going to hit 8 on randomize, okay? And this will be the draft order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ant-Man gets the number 1 pick for the draft on the 26th, followed by whoever is Rudal. But I get the 3rd pick. Let's go.
Oh, it's weird how you get the 3rd pick, and me and Chief are 11 and 12.
Where am I? 10?
You are at 7, sir.
Son of a bitch.
All right, so we don't even like Justin anymore.
I don't know who Philly Special and Washington War Pigs are. I don't know who anybody else is in here other than the 4 of us.
Oh,
like, I know Ant-Man.
And I hate first pick.
Oh, is Ant-Man got the Ant-Man? If you want. No, we made it fair. We agreed. Hudson picked 8. That's the draft order.
Ant-Man, I'll sell you. No, I'm just kidding. I can have 1st pick. I can have 12th pick. It wouldn't fucking matter. But Brian Rudeau lives over here.
That's the order.
I like where I'm at, though. I get pretty close picks, and then like every round I wait for 900 years, but I pick pretty quick.
Yeah, so that's our draft order, everybody.
Meat Sock 01 is.
That you know who that is?
Is that Matty?
Yeah, I got Mill Real. No, I got Randaddy.
I'll give you one clue. Let me just open DJ's card.
Oh, is it DJ?
No.
I'm afraid.
This will be your clue.
Oh. It's a what?
Chad Emmerich.
Oh, gotcha.
Actually, if DJ doesn't come get this,
it's about to be our part.
Possession is 9/10 of the law.
Yeah, no, this is a Gem Mint 9 Tom Brady mosaic.
It's probably worth a few bucks.
But yep, there you go, guys. That is the draft order.
I mean, I'm not mad at it. Go ahead and let's say Furms, if you want to screenshot it, post it up on Gridiron, you can.
Well, somebody's actually typing in the league chat right now.
Randaddy.
Josh picked Steve Smith. Shit, if I could pick him, I would. You know it.
Which of these 10 draft orders is the right one?
Say what? Let's see if my shit was blowing up. No. All right. Well, so I think we kind of went through our sleepers, our busts, where we felt like people were messing up. Is there anything else that dude, we could easily do a team preview for fantasy. I tell you what, I'll do the Panthers. Furms, you can do the Bills. Gary, you can do the Falcons if you want.
For what?
On this on the link, the team previews. No, go away. Go away. I don't want to see you.
Let's figure life out. Let's go.
Click below. Just no. I don't want to do this shit.
Jason Brown said he'll do Lions.
All right. All right. So here, you fucking asshole. I don't know why this keeps popping up. I can't make it go away. All right, here. Let's do this. See if that helps. Alrighty. Oh, they're trying, fuckers. 2020 review, 2022. I don't even want to see that shit. That's fucking awful. Like, let's look how bad we are.
Very.
Shut your mouth.
I got to pull up that screen again now because I don't.
Let's say the link should be out there. If you want me to throw the link up.
No, I know which one it was because it was CBS Sports.
All right.
So
yeah. So I mean, like, honestly, draft picks. I do like the Bryce Young pick. I hope we look better in the real season than we have thus far. Apparently, we're looking like shit tonight again. Again, though, I put very little faith in preseason because I've seen us lay eggs in the preseason and then kick ass once the season starts, and I've seen us beat the shit out of everybody in the preseason and then suck once the season starts. So I can't. I'm happy, but at the same time, frustrated.
All right, so we're doing the reviews on each of the teams, right?
Yep. And Jason, I'm dropping the link in the chat in case you want to join and be able to talk. So I mean, one sleeper, one breakout, one bust. So sleeper Jonathan Mingo, absolutely. He could be a stud if the chemistry that him and Mingo or that him and Rice have developed thus far really does well. Breakout Miles Sanders, I'm kind of I don't know that I agree with that. I think Miles is past his prime. I think if we get a couple of good years out of him, I'll be happy. But I don't. He's not replacing C-Max production. He doesn't make us that much better, in my opinion. I think he's good, but there are better running backs. I'm not super pleased, but he's better than what we had. Well, actually, he's not. I'd rather have kept Deontay Foreman, to be honest. And then bust Bryce Young. Damn. I mean, I don't. It could happen.
So
I don't want it to happen.
How do you judge the bust in that case? Are you basing him a bust because he was the number one overall, or are you saying he's a bust because he shouldn't have been a first round pick?
Well, I think he definitely should have been a first round pick. I mean, I think it's hard to argue that. I mean, regardless of his size, just look at his stats. 2022, 36 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. On a team that honestly really wasn't that great. I mean, they were, they're still Bama. Still have a lot of players and weapons and shit all over the place. But
They
like,
still lost to A&M.
say what? They still lost what?
To A&M.
Yeah, no, I mean, like they definitely lost some games, but like last year's Alabama team wasn't your typical Bama team, is what I'm saying.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
Rice had to do a lot more last year than he normally does, which I think was good for his draft stock because they're like, hey, the year before he won the Heisman Trophy, he looked fucking untouchable, and then now you get to see him as a human, like where he's really challenged, and he still was good. He still made good decisions. He still was he's fast. He's smart. He's sharp, which I think is Cam Newton was not that. Cam Newton was a freak athlete who got by on athleticism with no intelligence, and Bryce is maybe the opposite. So that's kind of where I'm at, man. With our team, I think the Panthers as a team are very boom or bust. I think early it's going to be nasty. I don't think it's going to be good for the first 2 or 3 weeks until we get shit figured out. Until we get one of our starting right guards. Our offensive line's got to be better. They were much better last year than they've looked thus far this season. So we'll see. We'll see. But I'll pass the ball to Furms, I guess.
Okay. Well, being that I've got the Bills for the one sleeper, one breakout, one bust, this guy apparently thinks that the sleeper is going to be Dalton Kincaid.
Nobody cares about what that guy thinks. What's Furman think?
Oh, I thought we were just covering what they wrote.
I'm not looking at what anybody wrote. I'm just talking out my ass. So let's get it.
That's nothing new, though.
I mean, I thought that was the whole point of why he was like, pull it up, pull it up. I was like, okay, I'll pull it up and read from it or whatever. But like,
oh no, you can do it.
But this guy, whoever wrote this, said the sleeper is going to be Kincaid, the breakout's going to be Gabe Davis, and that the bust is going to be Diggs. I don't agree with that whatsoever because they said Gabe Davis was going to have a breakout season last season, and he didn't. So this is the year for him to either shit or get off the pot, in my opinion, because he either needs to perform this year and not just be Mr. I can do good in the postseason, which is great postseason wise, but we're talking fantasy wise, no. Kincaid, if he's a sleeper, again, I got to see the kid actually touch the ball on the field and see what he can do and see how his route running is before I'll say if he's a sleeper or not. But for my bust of the year, if we're talking strictly offensive side of the ball, my bust would be Gabe. You know, I would take Gabe from the breakout to the bust, in my opinion, because I don't think Gabe's going to have a good year. I just don't.
Who's your breakout player?
I want to say Cook so bad. I really, really do.
Say it.
I really do. I want to say James Cook, and I want to say that you know, maybe by some stretch of the imagination, that the OC decides, hey, let's throw in some screens. Let's throw in some shit that Kirby used to do in UGA, and maybe we get this kid some more. But I'm gonna have to say that the breakout is going to be Kincaid. Kincaid, if he lives up to the hype and everything, he will be the breakout of the offense this year. He will get a shit ton of work from Josh.
Yeah, he's a freak athlete, great hands, supposedly a good guy. So I mean, there's.
I mean, he's got better hands than Dawson Knox, and that's why I call Dawson Knox stone hands.
Yeah,
look, Dawson will catch it as long as he has like 17 people on him and one of them kicked him in the dick.
Yeah,
like if he's wide open, he's dropping it.
Nope, stone hands.
Wait, I'm standing in the end zone and nobody's around me. Fuck! I'm gonna throw that shit on the ground.
Don't throw it to me, Josh. Don't throw it to me.
Oh, I'm triple covered and Josh is trying to throw the ball away. Let me just go ahead and pull this one in for a touchdown.
Yeah, let me get that tutty knocked out. Yeah.
All right, your turn, bud.
Anybody want to guess who my bust is? Anybody? Anybody?
Bijan.
Yep. And this is why. He was the best running back in the league, or in the draft. He absolutely is. Bijan's got a shit ton of talent. Unfortunately, he's on a team where he's either going to see a super heavily shared workload between CP and Algier and Bijan. So he's not going to put number 8 numbers up.
Yeah.
By that standard, I'm going to say he's a bust, at least for this year. Next year, when if CP goes away next year or the year after, because I think we just signed him to 2 years. So, you know, if Bijan's still on his rookie deal when CP's gone, Bijan will probably be the breakout, if not before then. My breakout player is going to be Drake London.
Oh, Drake is an excellent running dude. He's an excellent route runner. I like Drake.
Drake actually reminds me a lot of Steve Smith in the fact that he's not going to be the fastest guy on the field, but his route run he wants the ball more than the other person, and his route running is superb. That's the same thing with Ridley. Ridley's not the fastest guy on the field.
Oh, bro.
Shit.
There's a difference between fast and there's a difference between quick. You got to remember that.
Yeah, there's a big difference between quick and fast.
Ridley has that small space explosiveness.
Yeah.
So like and that's what, like, whenever I talk about DJ Moore, I think of DJ Moore he's a gazelle. He's going to run a long distance. He's going to run fast, but in small spaces, he doesn't have that explosion. His explosion is over distance. He's got to get going. Whereas like Calvin Ridley is not that way. He's fast in small spaces.
Yes, Desmond Ridder. You see, you can't even say Ridder's sketchy because we don't know. He played 3 games last year, got better in each one. So
they should have just
there was a breakout, a bust, and a something else.
A
breakout, a sleeper, and a bust.
Yeah,
sleeper, I'll say Desmond Ridder, because I think Ridder is efficient enough and he doesn't turn the ball over enough to outperform what most people think he's going to. Especially when you have Drake London you're throwing to, you got CP83, you got Algier, who doesn't do many screens, but you also have Kyle Pitts, who didn't fall under any of those because I don't think Arthur Smith remembers that he drafted Kyle Pitts. But
all right, while you're doing that, I'm looking to see what
I got a lot better in the offseason.
Well, here's what's funny. The sleeper, they said Desmond Ridder. Breakout, they say Kyle Pitts. And bust, they say is Drake London.
We'll see.
Yep, they said Pitts is a better athlete, had the better rookie season, while London was obviously more productive last season. But that is kind of skewed by the fact that only London got to play with Ridder. And they did say that Ridder threw the ball like 7 or 8 more times per game than Mariota did. So that should bode well for receivers, assuming they continue to allow him to throw.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. You got 19 running backs now, so maybe you go anti-Buffalo.
Yeah. Just do it. What was it? The Dolphins a few years ago that did like the fucking the Wildcat, and they had Ronnie Brown and
the one they whipped it out against Buffalo and completely fucking bamboozled everybody.
And Ricky Williams, yeah, and they just like fucked everybody for like a few weeks.
No, Ricky Williams did all that shit without the Wildcat. Okay, that motherfucker made Buffalo his bitch, and I will admit that.
Ricky Williams.
I won fantasy one year strictly by dropping my defense every week. Every week, I just picked whatever defense was playing Miami.
And just
literally, I was in that league, and that is the God's honest truth.
What almost makes you want to be like, all right, well, that worked. Shit. Who's the worst team in the league this year? Yeah, who's the worst team in the league?
Breakout, St. Brown, bust, Montgomery is what Jason Brown's saying for Detroit.
Montgomery is the is that the running back?
That's the only thing I could think of as a running back.
Yeah, who's Montgomery?
He's a wide receiver.
Well, and Jason Brown, like, you really think St. Brown's a breakout? Like, I feel like he was.
Here's the thing, though. A lot of people don't give Amon-Ra any credit because he's a Lion, and his name's not Kelvin Johnson.
I mean, I guess. But fuck, man.
That's just like the Lions aren't going to be able to have a quarterback or running back and not get compared to Barry. Yeah. we
Hi,
do all
Ryan.
like football, right? Actually, I'm glad you're here. I just got done talking about the year I won fantasy by just picking whatever team was playing against the Dolphins for my defense. But yeah, when we get done here, I will get on games.
Yes.
I don't know who Randy Rowe is, but he said Montgomery has been a bust.
He has. He was a bust in
Oh, he
Green Bay.
was. He was with Chicago.
Okay,
Okay.
so we were thinking of the right guy. Okay,
Yeah,
perfect.
yeah. Well, so the CBS Fantasy, they say for the Lions, their sleeper is Sam Laporta, the tight end. The guy I was like, I don't know who the fuck that dude is. But so listen, he played tight end in Iowa, which is like tight end U. So I mean,
Yes.
he probably is not terrible. And then their breakout they have is Jahmyr Gibbs. I don't think anybody's surprised by that. I don't know. I have a tough time.
I'd be surprised with him as a breakout. I'm actually with Jason Brown on this one as a sleeper.
Yeah. Well, and then bust they have is Jameson Williams, wide receiver. So he's a second year, or I guess he's coming into his third year wide receiver. For the 2022, he had 1 reception, 9 targets, 41 yards, 1 touchdown. So I mean, it's hard to say he's a bust when he sucked last year.
Or his only reception was a 41-yard touchdown.
and he tore his ACL.
No,
So,
and Jason Brown, that's exactly my point. Like, you can't be a wide receiver in Detroit and not get, well, you're not Calvin Johnson. You can't be a running back in Detroit and get, well, you're not Barry Sanders. I don't know why it works that way, because you've got wide receivers in San Francisco, and nobody's like, well, you're not Jerry Rice. But
I think it's because the 49ers actually have a pattern of winning without guys like Jerry Rice, whereas the Lions don't. Last season was like an aberration, all right, so Randy,
are the Panthers?
bro,
Furms is a Bills fan. I'm a Falcons fan.
yeah. So three favorite teams. I mean, I'll give my other teams besides the Panthers because everybody should know my second team. So I'm a Panthers
favorite team.
Obviously, second. I'm giving you my 3 teams because I'm going to read it my own damn way, Jerry.
Lisnexia is a bit.
Listen, my Lisnexia is flaring up along with my beef. But at any rate, so Panthers, Bills. God, after that, I really don't know.
You can say it. Say it.
Yeah, you can say it.
Yeah, the Falcon. Anybody in our division is not on the list.
Is it the Jets?
Oh, bro. Gary trying to get kicked out of ground right now.
I just want to see if you can spell too.
It's tough, man. I gotta use all my fingers and spell. I gotta call Hooked on Phonics to get them to help me.
Did it work for you? Because it worked for me.
Actually, no. You know what? I think it would be the Lions, man, because I'm a huge Barry Sanders fan. I think he's the greatest running back of all time, and so for that reason, I'll go Panthers, Bills, Lions.
Falcons, Eagles, Bills.
I'm an insufferable asshole with 0 Super Bowls.
Oh, hey.
You too. Oh, no, you said Eagles? Oh, yeah, because the Eagles are like
Falcons, Eagles, Bills, in that order. Has been for a long time, not just because the Philly special is just like what they call Kirby. But
I mean, listen, the Eagles are nasty, man. They're just like the freaking.
They are Georgia light. Let's just be honest, okay?
Except for them taking Georgia heavy.
They're the Georgia NFL division.
It's just wait. You called it what? UGA North, right? Is basically what you called it.
It's basically what it is. Who's your squad, Randy?
I'm surprised you guys didn't ask my 3 because there's only one.
Yeah, Swift could be a sleeper for sure, but a lot of people are picking him as a bust which I don't get. But I mean, Miles Sanders is gone from the Eagles, so Swift is a good running back. He's a good catcher.
I knew it was NFC.
Oh,
the Eagles. Oh, I was gonna say, oh, he's got to be a Cowboys fan. And look,
Yeah. Battling for first. I think you might be battling for fourth with the commies. I don't know. That's all it,
well, the commies might pull second somehow.
yeah, shit. I mean, the Giants, though, the Giants are, I don't know. It's NFC East will be yeah, Hurts does run a lot. But he's got a damn good Hurts actually surprised me. I was not expecting much out of him after him bouncing around in the NCAA. See, y'all must be drinking. Not as much as
I'm
you,
not.
apparently.
I'm not.
You're a Cowboys fan. You've been drinking since the day you were born.
I'm
Pretty
excited
much.
for the NFC South this year. I want to see what 4-13 team wins.
Yo, is this gonna be the year that another team that's like basically at or below 500 wins the division?
Well,
Oh
we
my
can't
God,
be at
I don't-
500 anymore.
I don't want
because there's
that.
17
Oh, that's
teams.
right. That's right.
So, yeah, no, we'll be below 500 and win the division. Somebody. I say we collectively as the NFC South.
Yeah. But I mean, like going into like week
Or
16, it
somebody's
would
going
not.
to have like a 2-loss year that nobody saw coming.
Well, I don't feel like that's going to be the Panthers.
I don't feel like it's going to be anybody, but we can hope. I mean, we'll
If
be
it was
lucky if the
anybody,
NFC South gets out of week 1 without 2 losses.
yeah, we all somehow lose twice. Like the Panthers lost so bad. We won 12 games last year and improved our team. Commanders ain't won more than 7 games since RG knee. and Giants fluke last year. Now, I think the Giants are for real. I think the Giants are going to be of the 4 teams that will give the Cowboys some trouble. I think the Giants are it with a mobile quarterback. I mean, even though he trips up the lines on the field.
The Eagles will give the Cowboys the biggest issue because Trayvon Diggs is not what people think Trayvon Diggs is. He gets lots of interceptions, but he takes lots of chances. He also gave up the most long touchdowns.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Because he's beat. He ain't catching nobody.
At all.
But he's big and long and he's aggressive, like you said.
Dak barely owns his own practice squad. What are you talking about?
I think Dak is underappreciated for sure. I think, but I also don't think he's as good as everybody says. I think if he didn't play for the Cowboys, he would get.
What is with the thing with the aliens tonight? What the fuck?
I don't know. Sam Howell's a better quarterback than Dak Prescott.
Oh gosh, that's a hell of a statement. Sam Howell played UNC. He can't be better than anyone.
I guess we're stuck here because I made that out loud.
Mitchie Trubisky was another UNC.
Not really. I was just really just talking shit. I do not believe that. No,
everybody's like,
that is the equivalent of the Bill Clinton. I did not have sexual.
There's UNC fans about to call me and be like, no.
Jason Brown says, quick smoking crack, bro.
I'm the one smoking here, not him.
No, you are 100%. Sam Howell should not be a starter. Sam Howell shouldn't be in the NFL.
No. Sam Howell is like Baker Mayfield's little brother. Like,
right, but with Down syndrome.
They look the same, they play the same, and they both suck.
Dude, I was mid-inhale. What are you trying to do? Kill me?
Yes.
Gary's like dead on. Yeah, how'd you know?
Well, that's the crack.
Oh.
Well, that's the crack, Gary. Yeah, he's got crack in that bottle of little girl juice.
Hey,
it worked just fine for Heroes of Arcadia.
Oh,
it did. I made HUD play that. HUD played that when Ryan and I were down there last week. It was just me, HUD, and Ryan playing it, but
I got to experience that. Oh, by the way, I have a Barcadia card here somewhere. It was.
Oh,
it got
no.
It fell on the floor.
No.
Throw that in the Blanton's box if you don't mind.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that Blanton's box. I can't find it. Yeah, no,
I
I'll
always
send it.
use the overnight label to just overnight me that card. I'll send you a label for the other stuff.
Dude, by the way, I'm still annoyed that and the running back is a sleeper. I'm so annoyed that my
True
neighbor
story.
hasn't commented about her
Gift.
card that she received.
She's
So
doing
annoyed.
so much background research right now.
She probably is. She's probably like hired a private investigator, fucking doing all kinds of. How do you? Never mind. That was.
Hey guys,
getting
you like
annoyed.
cheese doodles?
I'm getting annoyed with my fish.
Fishy, fishy, fish. Fishy, wishy, wish. Fishy, fishy, fish.
Well, just
I don't know.
I don't really have anything else.
Me neither. I think
Anybody want to
we
close
did
out
pretty
this
good.
2-box jersey so we can open it?
Yeah, let's see what we got her up. All right, so let's get this.
I feel like there's
Yeah.
not many spots left.
Yeah, I think. Let me make sure I got this up to date. I feel like I might not have it all the way up to date, or I could. Who knows? Worst case scenario, I'll throw up a mini to close.
Oh, Firms, Chief sent me a message.
Uh-oh.
He says your premiums are going up
Why?
because you made him pick 12th.
He doesn't have control of that.
He's like, yeah, whatever.
I don't think he cares.
He does not have control of that.
All right, so we only have 7, 8, 9 left.
Oh, shit.
I'm making him pick. But he gets 2 picks back to back. What's he going to bitch about? Because he could take Josh and then take whatever.
He's not going to get Josh at 12. You're not
So
going to let Josh
Randy,
pass you.
Randy at the number 1 spot. Eckler, Chug. I mean,
You don't know my
honestly,
draft strategy.
Yeah,
I like.
I taught it to you.
All right, Jason. We got 7, 8, 9. So here's the thing, man. That number, like, if you got the number 1 spot, I am not mad at the Eckler pick. Just because he does a little bit of everything. I wouldn't be mad at. I mean, honestly, number 1 would be probably one of the worst positions to pick from because it's like let's say you pick Eckler and then he gets hurt second game of the season, or a McCaffrey, or
Right.
anybody. Those
Right.
first couple of picks, man, are scary. They're just fucking scary. But if I'm number 1, I probably wouldn't even take a running back. I'd probably take Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what Ant-Man's planning to do, but
Or do you just take, with as much hatred as I have for this, because I don't believe in taking a quarterback this early. What if you take Mahomes 1 overall? That's not a bad 1 overall, because he's going to get you points.
that's the thing I've been thinking about too. Is like, if I was given the chance to have the first overall pick, which, by the
Would
way,
you take
when
Josh
I did
Allen?
that, yeah, I would probably take Josh. It's a 12-team league.
Well, and so Jason, or not Jason, but Randy just said which running back is going to be number 1 this year.
Oh, it'll be Eckler. It should be Chubb, but it'll be Eckler.
Yeah, I think. Fuck, man. Yeah, it'll either be. Fuck, man. I hate to.
A lot on their run game when they're starting a rookie.
I hate to sound like a homer, but I mean, it could be Eckler, Chubb, or McCaffrey. If McCaffrey stays healthy, gets the touches, but like we were talking about earlier, he's either feast or famine. I feel like you're either going to get 1,000 yards, on the ground and 800 in the air, or you're going to get 500 or 500. Like, who knows, man? It's tough, but I really think number 1 is. Shit, running back, probably Eckler. I agree.
There should be Chubb, but it'll be Eckler. McCaffrey, if he's healthy for 17 games in the system that he's in under Kyle Shanahan, he's absolutely the number one.
Yeah.
But, we're running a mini. Let's get her done. Let's open some jerseys, folks.
And listen, this is a 50-50, so top 3 advance. So once I drop the comment, you can grab any spot you want. And we'll keep talking fantasy. We don't have to stop. We're just gonna do this as well.
Oh, somebody took number 2.
Yep,
That
Jason
was
Brown.
a while ago.
Yeah, let me drop the comment. So if you want numbers, obviously, wait till my comment drops. So Jason, if you want that number 2, just definitely throw it to gain, Seth. Number 1, RB. Yeah, dude, I mean,
if he's healthy.
Yeah, he's got to stay healthy. I mean, they definitely have a good O-line. But I don't know, man. He scares me, man. You know, having him with the Panthers in the first, 3 years, I think he was super solid, healthy. And then he got injured that 4th year, and then it was constant little nicks, little annoying things that would keep him out of the game. And shit, man,
he sneezed once, broke his ankle.
Yeah, it's fucking. Yeah, no, you're fine, Jason. But it's just I don't know. I think C-Mac just scares me because he couldn't.
And that's a justifiable response for you being a Panthers fan and having him been on the team previously. That makes a lot of sense for you.
Yeah, and I mean, dude, he's a problem. When he's at 100%, nobody can. I mean, they were talking about training camp one year, and I think it was when we had Luke Kuechly, and he was like, "Listen, you can't do 8 in the mini, Jason. There's only 6 spots, bro." But at any rate, Kuechly was talking about, he's like, C-Mac's out here and nobody can cover him. He's like, I can't cover him. Thomas Davis can't cover him. And I mean, those two are, I think.
Thomas Davis is one of the best to do it.
Dude, Luke
Kuechly is probably my favorite.
He just did. There was very few weaknesses in his game.
Yeah,
biggest weakness was his run stopping. He wasn't great at it, but he was still pretty good at it.
Had he not been in the league at the same time as a Brian Urlacher, he probably would have been the best Mike in the league.
Yeah, well, I mean, him and Bobby Wagner were contemporaries, and basically those two are two of the best linebackers ever played the game. And Bobby Wags didn't get the attention he should have gotten because he played on the West Coast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
he played for Seattle, and when he was there, they were good, but they weren't winning Super Bowls.
Urlacher was the best Mike on the field, regardless of what field he was on.
Oh yeah.
But Jets, I think I'm going to call it there for myself so I can join Ryan for some games.
Take some mini spots.
I don't have the money, dude. I just spent $20 on Wednesday.
Pick a number.
No, I'm not picking a number.
Just pick a number.
Fine, 2.
All right, give Furman 2.
What the fuck?
Furman.
I just want to open these goddamn jerseys.
All right, I'll take 1, 3, 5, and 6. No, I'm just kidding.
That's
oh my god!
I'll take them and keep the jersey if I win. You got that would not even show anybody. That'd be fucked up, wouldn't it?
Like, oh look, house 1 next.
Did I done that
I'll be there shortly. If you can let Ryan know.
Good shit. Well, listen, ladies and gents, it's 11 or 11. It's not 11. It's 10:43. So I'm gonna give it a few more minutes, and then if we don't fill it's no big deal. I'll throw the mini up on the page. I'll tell you what. For those of you that got in on the page, I'm gonna give you your mini spots at 18 instead of 20. So we'll drop that down to 18. Once I post it to the page, as always, it will go back to the $20 Nimba. So, yeah, C-Mac catching 50 balls. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. C-Mac, he's probably one of the best receiving running backs I've ever seen. Watching the way, I mean, he catches the ball like a damn slot receiver. Like he has great form. He makes it look effortless.
Minnie's 18 a spot.
18 a spot. That's
Who's that ask?
Jason Brown.
Jason Brown, you take 2. Let's close it.
Just having from nerds, you know.
Oh,
You are
no.
a nerd.
Bye, Hud.
Talk to you guys tomorrow. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
Jesus.
no, Furms, that was the Nerds gummies that he had at the cookout
Yep.
that he got
Yep.
here.
Yep.
All right. Someone just said that. Is that Jason Brown said he'd split it?
Yep.
All right, Jason, pick your 2 spots. I'll take what's left.
1, 3, 5, 6. While I'm doing that, let me go grab the Nimbas. So we should have, I think we got 5 left. 1, 2, 3, 4.
This is hilarious. Hud, I have to send you 2 things because I'm paying you out of my PayPal balance. And then
All right.
I will
Pick 5 and 6.
Which, based on our earlier conversations, just hilarious.
Wait, what did you say, Gary? Say it again.
I said I'm sending you what I've got in PayPal right now, but it's going to leave me owing you $4, which, based on our earlier conversation, is hilarious.
That is rather funny. All right, 1 and 3. 1 and 3 is
those are mine.
Gary.
'Cause yeah.
Yeah, almost just like started advertising your spots, bro. The gummy's already hitting. Just kidding.
I'm
All
going
right.
to ride that $4 balance forever.
I know a guy.
And I know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy who knows
Furman.
a guy.
Yo, Jason, you got a B-Day spot, and you fucking won the shit off your B-Day spot. Like, bro.
Yeah.
Like, that's the best fucking beat. And it was funny, like, somebody was messaging me after the fact, and they're like, who won that shit? I was trying to win it. And I was like, Jason Brown did, and it's his birthday. He was like, son of a bitch, fuck his birthday. I was like, okay, bro.
All right,
Chill,
Furman,
man.
here's the deal.
What?
Whenever you get paid again, send HUD $4 because I'm not going to.
Fired.
Jesus.
$4.
The downside is if you win on your spot, HUD's not sending you your jersey until you send him his $4.
That is not true. It's gotta be
No.
6. All right, here we go. Good luck, everybody.
I got that $4. Somebody said
So it
Just me.
doesn't matter. Gary and Jason got them.
that's fine.
Gary got 1, Jason got 2. All right, Gary,
Just
what you
straight
want?
throw mine.
Straight fill. All right, so Gary's
So
got
7.
well. That's pretty easy then.
That worked out nicely.
Indeed, it did. All right, dudes. I will talk at you later.
All right, tell
All right,
Ryan I'll
bro.
be there for me.
All right.
All right, let me. I just got to asterisk these so I don't come after you guys, or at least so I come after you for the appropriate amounts. All
I
righty.
didn't need to be at all. I paid when I took my spot because I'm a good boy.
Hey, Jason, I sent you the link. I sent the link in Facebook. I put it in.
I got you, HUD.
All right. All righty. So here we go. Let's. I'll give it a second. I'll let Jason. I'll give Jason a second to join. Dude, these fucking Plecos are out, bro. They're just out, just feasting on whatever. And those damn angels still act them weird shit.
I was very, very close to buying a breeding pair.
On eBay?
Yeah. But
They're
what happened was...
It's like $140 or something.
No, they were way cheaper than that, which threw me.
Here, Jason, I'll send you the link.
Oh, it's not on Facebook.
Here, I'll do it. No worries.
All right. I messaged the guy and I was like, "Are you sure this is a breeding pair of longfin blue-eyed plecos for $80?" He was like, "Yeah."
Oh, albinos.
He was like, "Yeah, no, they're blue-eyed lemons and they're $80 for a pair." I'm like, your ad says a breeding pair, so they're adult, full-size, male, female breeding pair. He's like, "No, they're only like 3/4 of an inch long right now."
He's like, then they're not a breeding pair, you fuck.
I was like, then you don't even know what breed they are. Well, you know what breed they are. You don't know what gender they are. And you absolutely should not be shipping fish that small.
Yeah.
And $80 for two, you're on all of the drugs.
Yeah. Yeah, when I can go to my local fish shop and pay less than that, then you know.
Right.
You know
You can get damn near 10 for $80.
I got 3 of them from my fish shop, which charges way too much for $75.
Right.
So, all right, Jason.
Yeah, it just says they're like 13 a piece.
Yeah, like Aquahuna sells them for like 11 a piece.
Yeah,
with $12 shipping. So I could buy.
Just Pets has one that you need.
Oh, what they got?
Well, you know My Royal.
Yeah.
They have the version that gets to 18 inches.
Oh no, I don't need that one. Definitely don't.
It'll look
no, you know what?
great.
Just Pets has one of those, that big ass rose line. That's what I want. And that first tank, that's like, he's like that long. Yeah, I want him.
Yeah, I asked Gary, I'm like, how much for that big ass rose line? He's like, I don't even know if I can sell that one at this point, because he's been here since he was like, he's been here since about an inch. I'm like, holy shit.
You're like, yeah, exactly. So Josh wants him. Give me a number, damn it. He wants him to show his fish how to grow.
Yeah, how are the other rose lines doing? Still doing good?
Oh yeah, dude, they're great. They're fun to watch. I just want them to get bigger so they can go in this 180.
Yeah.
All right, Jason, I sent you the link, bro. I'm gonna give you another couple of seconds.
All right, so Ben Keel and Richard Rice are winning this one.
They could. You know it. You know it.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, uh-oh. Hold on. There you go.
JB,
Look at that haircut.
I got my hair cut.
Me
Look at
too.
this dude. He's all G'd up for us.
I know.
Well, you know, I gotta be G'd up for my birthday, Doc.
I mean,
he's out here
doing it
rocking
up.
a better beard than Josh.
You shut your mouth. I'm
Okay.
coming. I'm coming. It's coming. All right. So we got two envelopes. Envelope number 3 and envelope number 15. All right. So do we want to do stats? I like doing stats. Hell, it's just the 3
I
of
like
us.
stats.
Let's do it. Oh, you guys can see this, so I should not be showing you that screen.
Oh
You'd
yeah.
be like, yeah, I know exactly who it is, Josh. You're a fucking idiot. All right, here we go. All right. Okie dokie smoky. Let's get to this guy's wiki page. Okie dokie. So he's played for 3 teams in the pros. He is a 4-time Pro Bowler. He was on the All-Rookie team. He is a national champion. He was a Biletnikoff Award winner. He was an All-American, first team All-SEC, SEC Offensive Player of the Year. For his career, 595 receptions, 8,236 receiving yards, 55.
That's not Chase, is it?
Nope, it's not. 55 receiving touchdowns. He has so his first year in the league was 2015. So he's been in the league since 2015. Played. Man, I almost forgot he played for that team.
Is it Amari?
You could be right.
Dude, this jersey is badass too. Amari Cooper.
Hey,
Cooper.
I won.
Cooper going out, dude. And this jersey is orange with like a smoky brown letters. This shit is beautiful. It's a nice
That's
looking
dope.
jersey. All right, so let's see who had number 2. I feel like you
I
called
did. I
it.
had 0 and 2.
Oh, look at fucking Gary. G-Mat. So now I have something else to ship you.
That's fine. Hey, at least you got a label already.
Facts.
I'm all right with it. Buying the last spots when I got the NFL ticket for $25.
Yeah, you can't bitch about that at all.
Not at all. Now I'm smiling. Like I'm good.
All right, let's see here.
You know, give me a quarterback real quick. Number 4. Let's go.
You want Deshaun Watson? What?
I don't care. That's
Ryan
fine.
Fitzpatrick.
You're like, whatever. All right, let's see what we got here. This guy, for his career, 154 tackles, 4 sacks, 3 interceptions. He is a Super Bowl champion.
It's got to be a Cowboy.
No. He's only been in the league since 2020.
It's not Myles Garrett. No.
Nope. Let me go. I'll get it. Hold on. Keep
Is
guessing.
Garrett even 4? Nah.
Oh damn! This dude sounds like he's in fucking kindergarten.
Well,
Like, I don't think he actually even knows how to write in cursive.
or read.
Probably not. I mean, like this is just a print. He just printed this shit. Look at this fucking asshole too.
Hey, quiet dog.
Willie Gay Jr.
That's Gary. 0.
So I get to send Gary a Gay jersey.
That's all right. Think about it while you masturbate tonight.
I will.
That's right.
Oh, you mean him?
No, you know what's funny though? I had a dude here. Yeah, Gary actually met this guy. I had a dude here, and he was in the garage, and he was like, "Bro, what's that shit over there?" He's a big Chiefs fan, and I showed him these jerseys, and he was like, "How do I get one of those?" I was like, "You tell me you want one, and I order you one, and then I sell it to you." And he's like,
Yeah.
"Well, no, I want that one." I was like, "No, you can't get that one. That one's in the series. You can't have it." And he's like,
Well, now.
"Yeah." Gary's like, "Now it's for sale."
Yeah.
Hey, so maybe hit up Kenny, Gary. You might be able to sell this one if you don't want it.
But
Or I can reach out to Kenny. No, so Jason, this dude, he is a fucking I love him.
Fish.
Yeah, no, like Jason, I love fish too. I have 2 fish tanks in here. I have 1 in the house. I love fish. This dude bugs me about fish every fucking day, 3-4 times a day. And I'm like, bro, like you're making it where I don't even like fish anymore. Like I don't even want to talk to you about fish. I'll talk to you about fish.
It seems like you
So
should have the
fucking
gay
much.
jersey.
I know, right? Like, we got a gay jersey for you there, bud. But yeah, we got 3. A number 1 wide receiver, number 1 running, and a OG running back that was fucking nasty. So we got 3 solid.
Can we fill a
jerseys.
3 boxer by Wednesday?
Well, what I'll probably do, I'll probably fill up a Price is Right style. That way, top 3 spots win. Aside from the numbers, that way it's just a little more, I guess, random. But if we can do that by Wednesday, that'd be great. Me and my silent partner with the jerseys were talking about the next series today, trying to figure out what we're gonna do. And I think what we're actually gonna do is we're gonna mix in some authentic jerseys, get some higher end stuff. Try to keep the price. the price will probably have to go up a little bit, but if I can keep it
up, right?
Yeah, if I can keep it within, like I'd like to try to keep it like 250 or less for each jersey. It just all depends on.
You're talking about fire.
Yeah. Like trying to get maybe a Mahomes jersey, trying to get a Josh Allen jersey, trying to get big names on
Favre or
authentic,
Young or something.
right? That are on authentics, not on customs.
Right.
Usually I get customs. So if I can sprinkle in a little more higher end, and people feel like they're getting more for their money, I'm trying to. I know it's tough for everybody out there right now, so I'm just trying to be creative and make sure I keep it mixed up and doing shit that's not just stupid expensive. Because I see these guys running these helmet breaks at $800-900 a box, and I'm like, you can't even take that fucking helmet and sell it for what you're like. Not one helmet in your series. I don't care. You might have two helmets that are FSMs that are worth $2,500, but good luck finding somebody that'll actually sell it to you, like pay you that.
No, you might get a grant. You might get a grant, maybe.
Yeah, and that's if you're lucky, man. It's shit. I just sold a custom Hydro Speedflex DJ Moore with his whole name spelled out for $700. A year ago, that would have been $1,500.
Yeah.
Granted, it was a Panthers lid, but this dude's a Panthers fan. He was like, I gotta have it. So I was like, all right, well, here's my number, and he took it. So.
Oh, that's good though.
Yeah, when you need the money, it's nice to be able to move shit every once in a while. But
yes, sir.
At the same time, it's a pain in the ass. So.
All right. Well, I'm gonna sign off the live my damn self now that I won 2 jerseys.
Fucking
hate to win and run, but yeah, message Kenny if he wants it.
We'll work out a number.
Gary, you know right, for that wallet, like, hey, we forgot. I don't know if you guys said it, but Gary, if anybody's watching, is doing the wallets. Is it it's not steel? What is it like?
They're RFID. They're aluminum RFID wallets. They're
aluminum,
exactly the same as a Ridge, and I only know that because I compared it to a Ridge wallet, and they're exactly the same. They're just
that's dope, dude. I can't wait to get mine. Like Josh got one.
I checked tracking today. They should be here Monday, so I'll get yours out probably Tuesday.
Gary, it don't matter. It's all good. I'm not in a hurry or nothing, but those things are sick, bro.
Dude, it's funny. My brother saw this and he was like, "How do I get one of those?" I was like, "Just tell me you want one. I'll holler at Gary." And he's like, "How much is it?" I was like, they're like half the price of what a fucking Ridge wallet would be." And he's like,
"Yeah.
Well, what are Ridge wallets?" I'm like, "Over $100 fucking." And he was like, "Holy shit." I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yeah, I don't know if I can spend." I'm like, this is the fucking guy that bought me the auto transforming transformer, and he can't spend like $45 on a fucking wallet. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Bro, I got that cutting board from him. I use that shit all the time. Like, that cutting board is fucking sick, bro.
Yeah, you could also use it as home defense, probably.
Yeah, well, I have guns, but yeah, okay, you're right.
You got a bat.
Okay, fine.
Gun don't work, I'm gonna hit him with that cutting board.
Right. Babe, you got the cutting board. You're my backup.
Yeah, and dude, that thing is thick, bro. It's like literally like an inch and a half, right? Something like that.
Yeah, they're about an inch and a half. That's why I said you could use it for home defense because they're
not
light.
Yeah, but my wife uses it at home defense. She's like, "Quit being a dick, pink," and I'm like, "Oh shit, I'm."
Why not buy that shit?
I feel like
I didn't even say shit. I just said no.
Yes, man.
Good shit. But
well, I'm gonna get off here too, man. It is late and I'm fucking exhausted. It's been a shitty week.
Yo, Josh, you want to put 50 that the Lions have a better record than Carolina?
Hell no, because I agree with you.
What about you, Gary, with Atlanta?
No, absolutely not. I'm trying to get Matt McGraw to put me $5 on week 2 for college because Georgia plays Ball State. He went to Ball State. I'm like, $5. I'll give you the spread plus 20.
Is Georgia in the SEC right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
SEC East. This
All
year.
right.
Next
Well,
year.
they ain't gonna win that.
Well, Ball State won't.
No, Georgia won't win the SEC.
You don't think they're going to beat? Why?
They're in the SEC.
Yeah.
They won the last 2 years.
They won the Natty. They only won the SEC last year.
Not this year.
Who's going to beat them this year?
Hey, not Alabama. Maybe LSU.
LSU or Auburn?
I say LSU.
I just said Auburn just to piss Gary off.
You saw his face when you said it? Did you see his face?
He's like, this fucking. Why would he even say the A word?
Looking at Georgia's schedule, I mean, Georgia's going to go undefeated in the regular season. Whatever happens in the SEC championship isn't going to matter. And then it's going to be Georgia and Ohio State in the Natty to make up for that.
Bullshit. Michigan's going to beat them again.
It'll end up being Georgia, Ohio State.
Michigan's going to beat them again. Michigan's going to be 3-time Big Ten champion.
Right.
In a row.
Right, because you guys did so good against TCU last year.
No, that was bullshit. Yeah, that was a fucking shitty game. But we still beat Ohio State, and we kind of beat them. Like, it wasn't.
I mean, we won. I mean, that counts.
Yeah,
we won because we took out Marvin Harrison Jr. and then they missed a field goal, but we won. And then we walked the dog shit out of TCU in the Natty.
Yeah, that wasn't even a fair game.
I can't believe we even beat. I can't believe. What was the score of the Michigan TCU game? It was like 42-45 or something stupid like that.
Yeah.
Fucking dumb. But Furms
that was a hell of a
is
game.
Healthy. Alexander, we got the best 2 running backs. The 1-2 punch, the best in all of football.
I'm anticipating the Natty being UGA and Ohio State or UGA and Michigan. Because really the only 2 teams in the rest of college football that can fuck with the SEC are Ohio State and Michigan.
That's it. I agree with you.
Because the SEC in general is the NFL, just in college.
Well, I mean, look how many players are from the SEC and the Big Ten and NFL. It's mostly all of them.
Yeah, it's the Philadelphia Eagles. They're Alabama and Georgia.
I mean, seriously. But, hey, I'm going to tell you, Michigan, they're going to be good. And their defense is good. Their O-line is one of the best. Just like you guys, Georgia, the O-line is one of the best. I'm sorry, we can get.
Yeah. Bye, Hud.
Yeah, sorry, I'm fucking with my fish. You guys keep talking. I'm not in a rush.
But I think your Falcons could actually be up there in that division
because of the division.
Well,
that's the only reason. Like it's gonna be one of those years where the division winner's 9-8. Like
London is a beast.
He is. I love Drake London. I love Kyle Pitts. I just wish they would use him.
Well, because of your quarterback, and now like Ritter, I don't know, man. I don't know if Ritter's the answer, but I also didn't know if Goff was the answer, and Goff is actually fucking killing it. All right, guys, I'm out.
All right, brother. We'll talk to you later, man. See y'all. Gary, what games y'all playing? Is this Diablo?
Right now they're playing Fortnite, but I'm gonna play Diablo.
Yuck. Well, I might get on here in a little bit too.
No, yeah, join the party if you do, even if you're not playing the game that we're playing. Just shoot the shit.
Yeah. Because I'm not really tired. So.
Yeah, I'm not either. We should probably end the live.
Yeah, it's all good. All right. See you, bro.
Later.